And we're live. Hi, it's Aussie Brick Chick and
Aussie Brick Bloke.
Welcome to our couch as we are live building tonight. Show the people.
We're building the Explorer tonight.
I'm excited and I'm blown out.
New dinosaur.
Yes, I've been hanging out for this new dinosaur.
And another blue one, wherever he is on the... In there. Hiding.
You. And show them the back of the box too while we're at it. Oh, who doesn't love that?
Two more blue dinosaurs, one the green face, one the blue face.
Nice.
And
Okay.
yet another Emmett.
Okay, because you can't have too many Emmets.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
move it out of the way. I'm very bright right now. I need to darken a little. Excellent. As always, I have some of my Lego friends joining me on our night on the couch. We have Darkside Bricks.
Howdy.
Are you building anything tonight or just hanging in?
Doing a rebuild of the Jewel on Naboo.
Bill and Naboo. Nice. They've also got Bilza.
Hello.
Hello. Are you building anything tonight? Or are you just hanging out and chilling?
No, I am building. I'm currently building myself a Podracer.
Oh, nice. I've seen that one. Built it. It's quite impressive.
Yeah, I saw it on the weekend as well, and I thought I need to get me one of those. And actually, I was going to buy all of the 20th anniversary sets, but this was the only one they had in stock, so I'll have to wait till next weekend. So
Yeah, I think they're holding out for May the 4th or...
Oh, just everywhere I went, they were sold out.
Ah.
Oh, they had them at the Lego store, but I left in a rush and forgot about it.
Whoops.
So I went to Target for their 20% off, and they only had this one left. So I thought, oh, well, that and one of each of the Toy Story 4 sets will keep me happy.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's always next weekend.
That's true.
Oh, we got a few people joining us in the live chat already. We've got Henry, Aussie Creator, evening all, he says. Warren G, hello. Tata Pez joined us too, so I'm assuming that Martin's around there somewhere as well. What are we all doing? Are we building? Are we just hanging out? We are building the Rexplorer. I'm excited about that. Excited! Look, I get to put together dinosaurs, although I'm probably going to need pins.
Yeah.
A black pin. He's like, here, have a spare.
I don't know where the black pins are.
Thanks. They're probably in bag 1.
They're in there.
You know, the logical place.
Well, sometimes you don't. Lego's stuck.
Yeah, I know.
Making you build all the minifigs in the first step.
Yeah.
Some of them it's like, here's your first minifig. Get on to bag 2. Here's your next minifig.
Yeah.
The third minifig. Your fourth.
Well,
you have.
Anyone who watched me build, us build the other Lego Movie 2 sets will know that I didn't initially buy this one because it's quite an expensive set for the amount of stuff that you get in it, and I couldn't rationalize on paying that much money just to get another type of dinosaur. But I have been lucky to get my hands on one. Oh, and it helps if you don't put it upside down. Look, I've made my first mistake. Upside down dinosaur. I should not be allowed to talk and build at the same time. That's it. I can never be a Lego master.
You probably could.
Probably could. Just do what other normal human beings do and just not talk until you're told to. Speaking of Lego Masters, who's been bombarded by the ads? Like on social media.
Definitely ramped it all up.
My goodness. So many ads. Like, you know, little promo videos.
Yep.
Been doing all the meet the contestants. Martin, is that a yes to you've seen a meet the contestants video or all the ads? Has anyone been asked if you are going to be on that Lego show that's on TV? Have you, Bill?
Multiple times.
I definitely have, unfortunately.
I think I have. I think I've met most of the people that are on the show. There's one or two that I haven't met, but I'm looking forward to the show airing on Sunday night. I think a lot of people are.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Should be good.
I'll probably have to wait till it's available and catch up because I work Sunday night.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll keep the spoilers away from you.
We'll be having a bit of a launch party for it down here on the Gold Coast.
Cool.
Launch party?
Yeah. It'll be an early launch party because it's a Sunday night, but
yes. Oh, well, it's an early time slot for TV show too, so that works.
7 o'clock.
Tassa says they've watched all the ads. Tassa, who are you barracking for? Are you waiting to see? I think there's still a couple of teams that haven't been introduced. I'm in a situation where I'm bound by friendship to hashtag Team Billsy.
Mhm.
But secretly, I'm hoping that Henry and Cade win. Secretly.
No, I'm hashtag Team Billsy all the way. I'm secretly hoping that even the other fellow win.
You're hoping that they go all the way through and win.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I hope so too.
Well, someone's got to give the other Hayden and Henry a run for their money.
Oh yeah. Tasha says I like the grandmother and grandson. Yeah, those seem like nice people.
Using it as potty training.
I know. I would not agree to that being on national television, eh? I suppose he's a grown up now, kinda.
Well, everyone gets potty trained, I guess. It's no different.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tassa says I like what she said about the potty training. Well, at least they're not as cringy as the couple. The couple remind me of the couple that they had on one of the recent UK Lego Masters shows, and like they were knocked out in the first round.
Yeah. Actually, I think the back on the potty training for a minute, I think the Lego for potty training is ingenious, because when my daughter was potty training 15 odd years ago, the next door neighbour offered her Freddo frogs for every time she went in the potty, and she would go and then run across the road and get her Freddo frogs. But long story short, if it had been Lego, guess who would have had all that Lego by now? Because she's like too, grown up and mature and stuff for Lego now.
Feels like hashtag parenting goals.
Yeah, I failed. So for anyone potty training, use Lego, not Freddo Frogs, because you'll get it back later in life.
Lasts longer.
Yeah, and there's less calories.
Probably cheaper in the long run too.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially if you're only dealing it out one piece at a time.
Yeah.
Ooh. I quite like the girls' team too. I'm terrible at names. Sorry.
I don't remember any of their names.
I could probably go to the website and look up all their names, but hang on. I probably should. They both come from design backgrounds, and they seem to, have a bit of something going for them. It will be interesting to see who makes it all the way through to the final.
Oh, definitely.
Let's see if I can find some more information. Oh, you gotta love it whenever I type in Lego on the search bar on Facebook. I've looked up Lego Masters one too many times. It's suggested as the #1 option. Lego? You mean Lego Masters? Thank you, Facebook. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so you have David and G, who are the miners from Western Australia.
They're the ones I didn't meet.
You have Matt and Lynn, who's the grandmother and grandson. You have Henry and Kate, who they're billing as the dads, which is hilarious because there are other dad pairs as well. Carolyn and Mariel. How do you say her name?
Yeah, I can't remember.
And then we've got Jimmy and Maddie, who are the couple. I think that's it for the video so far. I might have to look. I don't think they've finished releasing all the videos introducing the teams.
They're probably doing one a day.
Yeah, they haven't released them all yet.
No. Let's go. Hang on. Go onto my phone and look on Instagram. Might be able to find the other ones. Yes, I agree, Tessa. Lego is a very good positive reinforcement tool. Let's have a look at Lego Masters Instagram. They keep posting all these random facts too. They have a thing where here we go. Meet. Okay, it says meet all the teams, but then it doesn't name them. That's handy.
Actually, there was an article in TV Week today too, and it said meet all the teams, and then it only had 2 teams.
Hilarious. So, well, it has pictures of all the teams, but it doesn't have
Names.
I was expecting to have like names on there. But they've got all these pictures of them like that on the Instagram, and you scroll through them. I was expecting they'd have their names at the bottom of the picture, but it doesn't.
Gosh, the Podracer has changed in 20 years.
Can't remember the names of the teenagers. It was like, stuck me, really, really bad research skills. Looking. I've searched Lego Masters so often that it just, I didn't even have to type anything in it, or it suggests it. Like, we know you're looking for Lego Masters here. I was wondering whether they had a link to any news articles. That would be handy. Okay, that'd be handy. That might help. Okay. Jordan and Miller are the teenage boys. And Dinishu and Gayan are the other team. Looks like it's gonna be good watching. Why is it not Sunday already?
I need the week to go any faster than it already is.
I know, but it just feels like I've been waiting forever for this.
Waiting forever for one game.
All that too.
Yeah, we should be building a Avengers set tonight.
I don't have any.
No, we don't.
Sadly, we're not going to go see it for almost another week.
Yeah. He was like, oh, we probably could have, gone to a midnight screening tonight. And I looked at him like, nope.
Yeah, Vince Cinemas are doing a double screening.
Nope.
Most are.
Aside from the fact that it's already sold out, nope.
Yeah, we're going to see it tomorrow night at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, well, we can't do it any night of the week until next week.
We both work tomorrow night. We both work Thursday night.
You can see it at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Child's at school. He wants to go see it too.
Let's send it to him by himself.
Everyone knows that it is a 3-hour movie.
Yeah. That would mean that I would get out of the movie and have to basically hop on a bus and go to work. Yeah, that would not be cool.
Yeah, we're going to go see it next Monday.
Oh, it's not too far away.
No. Trying to avoid the spoilers until then. The first bag is done.
Bag one down. So if I haven't finished making the...
Dinosaurs.
I've made the dinosaurs. Show people the dinosaurs. I need to finish making Emmett. This is all that Emmett has.
That's what.
Oh, and he has a torch.
Proof that that's a legitimate utensil because Lego did it.
Is it that dinosaur?
We have two.
There's two dinosaurs. There's one that's like that one, and then there's the one with the green on the face.
We have.
Oh, that's
Dinosaurs.
well, that's the only one I got. Came out of Emmett's escape buggy or something. I can't remember now.
Yeah. I've also got another one over there.
Interesting that the green thing's only on one side of his face.
Yeah, I half expected it to be on both sides, but no.
Yeah, even the blue's only on one side of their face. We have 3 now.
3.
Ah. 2 blues and a green.
It's a party.
Yeah, now I want more of them. It's a bad thing.
We get a skateboard.
Oh, hang on. Skate.
Right.
Yeah,
Rockets.
Like a rocket skateboard.
the back.
Ah, yeah, skateboard. Why is there a skateboard?
I don't know.
I don't remember that being a part of the movie.
Get a little chest. You could probably say that's an esky because
Oh, yeah, it's an esky because it's
2
got
drinks inside.
cans of drink in it.
That is actually. Rex Dangerous drinks. They're even printed. Logo on it. So that'd be cool for any city builders that want to put that in sort of a convenience store in the fridge.
Yeah.
There we go. Some critters.
Nice.
This
Oh, that's cool.
one has a bit of an action to it.
Oh, they look like flamingos.
Okay. And Emmett, of course.
Yes.
We have
Everyone's seen Emma.
Emmett.
Nothing's changed.
Emmett's scared. Ah! Emmett. Okay, now build us. A little one. The little one, not the big one. Like what do you call it? A pod type.
Dropship.
Drop
call
ship.
it.
Yeah. Drop ship.
And a mini pig.
Oh, I got another minifig. Yeah, I gotta build something.
That's all for him.
I love Rex's hair. Oh, Mr. Mero, guten Tag. You have a Rex Dangerous. If you'll ever focus.
Yeah, it's build.
He says we need more of them. More.
Donations are very greatly appreciated.
What donations of Emma's?
No, dinosaurs. We've only got 2 Rexes.
2 Rexes. Oh, Rex Dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rex.
Didn't you get him in the CMF series as well?
Yes.
Okay, then we have 3.
It doesn't count.
Why doesn't it count?
There's 2 presets, 1 from the GMFs.
Mr. Murray says, yeah, Rex. Wait, Emmett, again?
Spoilers if no one's seen the movie yet.
If you haven't seen the movie yet, tough.
Time that if you're a true fan and you haven't seen it yet, tough.
Yep, totally agree.
It's dickies.
Oh, the movie's nearly finished. I think the movie's probably nearly finished its run in the cinema.
Probably another week or so when New South Wales holidays are over, I'd say it'll.
I said nearly. I do like Rex's hair. So dynamic.
Stunt shooters. They go, I don't like stud shooters.
Is there anybody who does like stud shooters?
Not me.
Do you like stud shooters?
Nope. I like cannons. I don't like stud shooters.
The cannons are cool because they actually look like cannons.
Yep.
Mr. Merrow says, saw the movie in the first week. It was a commercial disaster, but great movie.
Well, Rex has actually got 2 guns. 2 guns.
Pew. He does?
Just built them.
Wow. 2 guns.
Yep.
Which goes in his right and which goes in his left? Are they the same?
That one, that side,
What?
and that one's on the other side.
Okay. Yeah, pew pew guns.
Yep.
Well, how innocent little Emmett just has a torch.
Mm-hmm. Hasn't been hardened.
Okay. Pew 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 pew. What's this? In parts of Germany, they didn't even play the movie because they might think nobody wants to see it. That's terrible. You know, so they're building Star Wars sets again, and we're building not Star Wars.
Ours is still space.
Yeah, true. Space
so
theme.
semi-related.
Woo, space theme. Space Wars. Da-da-da, Space Wars.
I thought it was Space Wars.
No, that's Star Wars.
Star Wars. Yes.
Nothing.
Building more accessories. I still haven't even started on the ship yet.
He's like, I just want to build things. Lego Movie 2 came out with How to Train Your Dragon and Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Yeah, that's pretty hard to
Yeah, that is pretty rough timing.
Wreck-It Ralph 2 was terrible.
I'll bet it was. Wreck-It Ralph 1 was terrible. But How to Train Your Dragon, that was actually a really good movie. We went and saw it. Oh wow, it's only telling you to build things on. Oh, it's only telling you to build dinosaurs now?
Dinosaur 2.
Yeah,
Right.
you're just impatient.
I skipped some steps. No. I get to make dinosaurs when there are dinosaurs.
Yeah, I just
And
handed her all the dinosaurs.
I'm supposed to make minifigures too, but sometimes he gets carried away and makes them for me.
Another accessory for Rex. Another pew pew
My goodness.
or a scanner of some description. So we've made dinosaur.
I hope that's more of a scanner type thing. It's like a radar type thing.
Yeah.
Like a little... Yeah, it looks like a scanner.
Now I'm doing some armament for the dinosaurs.
Armament.
Yeah.
Army
very-
mints.
very
Army
similar.
mints.
Yes,
Are they
armament.
tasty army mints?
I don't know. That's the dinosaurs.
Army mints.
I'm guessing they taste like almond.
I hope they taste like mint.
If
No.
you drop them in the bush, you'll never find them.
It's not Soylent Green.
Soylent Green.
It's made of people. He does not have an education.
No, telling you, that's good.
The Podracer certainly has come a long way in 20 years for those who haven't seen the 20th anniversary set. It really,
Yeah, it's amazing.
it really has changed compared to the original one. Plus, of course, you get the Luke Skywalker collectible and a Padme, and of course, everyone's
Padme.
most hated Anakin.
I like how they've used all the transparent bricks to, show the way that the Podracer goes together without, making it all chunky and clunky.
The only thing I don't like is why not transparent pins? I don't know if you can see that, but there's tan-coloured pins in there.
I think it's the case of I don't think they make transparent pins.
But
There's
why
a
not?
That too, Bill, because if you put what's the name of the plastic?
ABS.
No, not ABS, the other plastic.
I think more of an acrylic or something.
Yeah, acrylic. If you put acrylic into acrylic, it's just about impossible to get them out because the friction point is that tight. You would get it in, you'd never get it out again.
Yeah, I understand that, but they don't need to. They didn't need to use pins. They could have used clear crossbars and then put.
Oh, you mean like just like a lightsaber blade type thing?
Something like that, and then a clip on each end. It would have been less obvious than these tan. I suppose at least they use tan pins and not black or blue ones. But yeah. That would be the only fault on it. Other than that, I like that they've given you a handle so you can, run around the house going. So,
yeah, to add to the washability factor.
Yeah.
Swooshability, not washability.
Well, it
Swoosh.
doesn't really fly, so it whooshes. It doesn't swoosh.
Okay, whoosh,
Whoosh.
swoosh, whatever.
I'll go put it in with my original Podracers and Gangan subs and stuff. Not that I have Star Wars.
Mr. Mero says it could have been worse. The connection could have been like a red axle or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, pity transparent can only be the acrylic. There's no such thing as a transparent ABS. But I know it's chemistry. It's the way that things go together. Acrylic is opaque.
Actually, they would look really cool on a train motor and then the train track hidden.
Yeah.
That would really... Dark side? Challenge.
I think you've been challenged to make a pod racer scene.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pod racers are actually racing.
Yeah.
Especially if you build some of the other pod races.
That would require me to actually like episode 1.
Yeah, you touched a sore point there. Episode 1 doesn't exist in Darkside Brick's world.
Isn't it episodes 1 through 3 don't exist?
In his universe,
Only 1 and 2 don't exist.
Only 1 and 2. Oh, okay. 1 in his universe, 1 and 2 never happened.
Star Wars: A Love Story does not exist.
But without Star Wars: A Love Story, there wouldn't be certain other characters that are in your favorite movies.
Star Wars always was a love story. Luke fell in love with his sister and then she found another mister. Like...
That's hilarious. There could have been a Game of Thrones type situation. Twinsies.
Yeah. Did you see my attempt at mini golf today?
Yeah, I saw
Yes,
that.
I even
Cool.
commented on it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I go to the live. I quite like that.
Good. I thought the coral worked with the dark green quite well.
Mm. I looked at it and went, you challenged yourself to use some of the pick-a-brick pieces to make a...
I did. There's quite a few of the new pick-a-brick elements in there, from the leaves to the coral to the green to the bricks in the wall.
Mr. Marrow says, cute, Mark. Is cute.
Actually, even each one of the minifigs I got from the minifig swap on the weekend as well at the Dreamworld
We
show.
should probably talk about that. Yeah. So on the weekend, we was busy, wasn't we, Bill?
Sure was. It was a full-on couple of days.
Well, it was more than a couple of days because it was setup day too.
Yep.
Full on few days. That was good. It was
3
very
full
good.
days, and yeah, it was good.
So for those who haven't been following on, so I was alluding to something big was going to happen, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't talk about it because it hadn't been advertised, and the advertising came at like the last second, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The 11th hour.
Literally.
At the 11th hour, yes. So this weekend just gone past, we were at Dreamworld and the parkway beside the Dreamworld Lego store. And yeah, we had like I guess it's a bit bigger and more substantial than a pop-up show, but I wouldn't call it like a full-blown event type show because, like, you know, it doesn't have all the features of what you would expect at a, you know, your general regular fan show, because usually there's like a big play area as well, just a little Duplo play area for the little kids. But yeah, as far as it goes, I think we pulled together a darn miracle in 4 weeks.
Oh, definitely, and I mean,
involved.
and the fact that it's a free show makes a massive, well, free as far as can you get out of the Lego store without spending anything free.
Yes.
Like there's some great exhibitors from, you know, all over Queensland and also from like Brisbane as well. It was really good displays. I took lots of photos and thoroughly enjoyed all of them.
Yep. I look forward to meeting some of the people who weren't able to be there on the weekend, maybe on the last weekend. So for anyone who missed it this weekend just gone, it's actually on for 3 weekends in a row. So it'll be on next weekend, same again, and then on the May the 4th weekend, they're actually having some extra special Star Wars stuff on Saturday in the morning, and some special deals in the shop, I think, as well for Star Wars weekend, which is cool. And if you like Star Wars, there's some Star Wars displays in the show, some quite good ones actually. Or at least Star Wars inspired. Warren G says the show looked great. I'm assuming you've seen photos, or did you actually make it there? Can't remember where you're from. And yeah, so that was great. And yeah, like Bill said, they had a minifig swap. It wasn't as big a scale as what they had at Brickvention, but considering the time frame, I think, and you know, the limitations that they had and what they could actually do, I think they did a pretty good job.
It was cool. It was really, like, there was a couple of hundred figures up for trade, and you really had to check it regularly because they all the time. Like,
it was changing by the second.
Yeah, I was really happy with some of the swaps I got. I think I built half a baseball team.
Warren watched the live stream. Yeah, I was actually really quite surprised at how high quality my live stream was from Dreamworld on 4G. It's probably because it was a rainy day and it was kind of like a soft opening, so we didn't have huge crowds when I went around and did it. So it was almost as good quality as me just doing a highlight video, which was shocking. I will still do a highlight video so you can see things in a bit more, better, higher quality.
And more close up.
And yeah, hopefully some more close-ups. I will get another bite at doing some more video on the last weekend, so I probably won't be putting out the high quality video until I do that, as much as it pains me, because I want to get image of the guys from the 501st that are coming on the Saturday. So, yeah, it was a cool weekend. And yeah, a free thing to take the kids to if you can manage to not let them buy something in the Lego store, but that's the point.
Got to get a souvenir.
You need to take the side trip and buy them something small at least, so that they can minifig swap. Well, there was one kid there who dragged his mum there every day, like with minifigure swaps and like swapping and then looking around at everything again. What have you lost?
Fish.
What?
The fish was
Oh, the fish splashed him. I'm like, why are you telling the fish off?
They want attention.
The fish just want to be on the stream.
Drops.
They put splashes on the couch. Naughty fishies. Did the teenager forget to feed you? Is that what it is? I'm sure they know that they're splashing you too.
Yeah, they're probably splashing you.
They're
Trying to get
splashing
my
you on
attention.
purpose.
Like, oi, human.
Like, come on, human, you think cats are bad. Fish can be just as nosy.
It's
only
really
difference-
creepy when they come up to the side of the tank and they're staring right at you. It's not the side on eye, it's the front on both eyes.
Are we there yet?
No. On to
No.
bag 3 out of 8.
Bag 3 of 8.
Yeah. At least it's single bags per.
Yeah, true. It doesn't seem like an overly complicated build, was it? 9 plus. Hello, Douglas.
I think Douglas is off pretend time.
Yeah, he's off pretend time, which
I'm
means
so used
that,
to him already being in the chat trolling us.
yeah, no, he's usually late these days because he's lost an hour.
Mm.
Our pretend time is now gone. Mr. Merritt asks, have you seen the new city sets? I will buy them all. Which ones?
The new mini modular looks nice.
The new city sets are all space themed, Mars Explorer or something.
They've also released images of some of the new creator sets.
Yeah, the creator sets too. They like a
They
mini
look cool.
mini ride, the mini modular, and
Yeah, the mini modular looks really cool.
the little mountain hut looks very simple.
Mm,
You know what's worse than stickers? Bent stickers.
no.
Much sadness.
Yeah.
All the sad.
I could definitely see city builders buying multiples of the that mini modular and upscaling them. So they're
Yeah. With a lot of elements, a lot of detail in that mini
sort of
modular.
making each of the buildings, each of the business types and that thing their own building.
Yeah. I'm not too enthused about all the astronaut stuff because I'm not really interested in that kind of space, but it does kind of make sense with some of the other stuff that's been released, but it also feels like it's a thing that they've done not that long ago.
Yeah.
Like it feels like
It's only a few years ago.
Yeah.
Like 5.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But maybe it sold really well, and that's why they have done it more of it.
I
I
don't.
looked at them all this morning, and I'm pretty sure I heard a sigh of relief from my wallet when I looked at them.
Yeah. Yeah, because one of the the minifigure people packs that they have that they've had good ones recently, like the fun at the beach, the fun at the park, the
Outdoor people.
outdoor stuff, and now all of a sudden we're doing astronauts. No, seems like a little bit of a leap away from their ongoing theme of things for your city.
Yeah.
Like considering it is city theme, but I suppose they have had space in the city theme in recent time.
It's actually one theme I've never bought is space in the city theme.
Yeah.
Like I've got space, I've got classic space, I've got light and sound space, but I never bought city
Classic
theme.
space has something special about it, but like the other stuff is like
make it look really awesome.
it's lacking creativity because it's realistic and replicating something that exists.
Yeah. So I never had classic space as a kid. I'm lucky enough that it was before my time. But I inherited all my brothers, so it was always in our Lego growing up. We just never really did much with classic space. But I was around during all the I guess what you call white space, like light and sound era, when the monorail came out and that sort of thing, and then M-Tron and
Space light.
yeah.
Space police.
Space
Yeah,
police as
Blacktron
well.
and M-Tron were a good time. Like, let me rephrase that. I wasn't into Lego, but I can appreciate stuff that came out in that era.
Yeah.
Now, Douglas says, cheap ass classic space workaround, just do a dedicated space themed Lego. Well, I guess this is their answer to a dedicated space theme. It's a city theme. I just want them to do Castle again. Castle is one of their classic themes.
Mm.
Castle's cool.
Mm.
Maybe Lego's afraid that if they redo a classic space, that it won't be the same for all the other for the AFOs, for the nostalgia reasons.
Well,
just
I
won't
mean,
hit the
they've
mark
given
for
us
'em.
something that's classic space, the little classic spaceman pack, which is flying off the shelves.
Oh yeah, the Benny's Buddies pack.
Benny's Buddies pack, yeah.
Yep.
Maybe that's a testing of the waters type.
Possible.
Flying off the
I know,
shelves. Flying off the shelves that fast in my area, Coles is selling them for $10 each.
They've probably saturated the market with them.
Probably.
There's a lot of stock, but that's not a bad thing. 4 minifigs for $10. How can you complain with that?
Mm.
Yeah, that's pretty good price point.
Yeah, I'll be getting some when I'm shopping. I didn't say I wouldn't be.
Meanwhile, Steve and me paid nearly $16 for mine.
Yeah, so did I for my one and only pack that I currently have.
Yeah, I bought 2 packs on Boxing Day for $16 and then saw them for ridiculous prices online, but I didn't partake in that. I was happy with my 2, and then I think I've only bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There's a Billsy in the chat. I'd complain. Complain about what?
There's a Billsy in the chat. I thought he was at work.
Yeah. So I saw his Lego Masters ad came out. How big is your head, Billsy? Is it 5 times bigger now? You're like TV ad famous now. Oh no!
What did you say?
No, dark side.
I'm playing about.
Good call.
Oh my god.
My mum told me if you don't have something nice, don't say anything at all.
Well, your mum didn't raise me.
It's Kale's size. Oh my goodness.
Cows must have grown quite a bit too.
I have to say, welcome to the losers bench. Somebody oopsied by logging in the wrong name.
Oopsie, I've done that before.
That's okay. We know who you are. Ridiculous. Losers bench says he's a dilf. Yeah, it's not something you should self-proclaim because that's just all kinds of wrong.
That's just
Yeah.
creepy.
He knows exactly who he is. Yeah, we do too. Anyway, yeah. For those who are late to the party, we are building the Explorer, which is very cool and ridiculously overpriced. In Australia, anyway. I can't speak for other countries. You lot don't pay the Australia tax.
Yeah. It gets you.
Douglas says, Dilf is like stating, I'm cool. Yes, if you have to say you're cool, you're not cool.
That's very creepy when that got said.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
I
the dad in the room that all the mums look at. Like, really?
I do not know what they were thinking when they like it's the way that it was like said, it sounded like he'd been prompted. Like, why would you prompt somebody to say something like that? It just does, I don't know, it just doesn't seem appropriate.
No.
Oh, some troller lols downvoted me. Well done.
Why would you do that?
I don't care. They had to watch this in order to do it.
So I upvoted you.
Thanks.
Oh, I remembered to like the video.
Yay! Oh my goodness. Okay. Enough of that commentary in the live chat, please. I guess it was a little bit of an awkward ad. Just one little part of it. But yay! It's silly time to watch the show.
So that's
Oh, it's starting to look
the
like
ship so
something.
far.
It looks like a something.
Yep.
Like how they used a sticker on the edge there
Yeah.
to make it.
It's a dark blue in this. On to bag 4.
I'm wondering whether you should have put the sticker closer to the edge.
I tried lining it up with the edge of the green.
Yeah, it doesn't help that it's a rounded sticker, but it looks too
Mm.
like, a little bit rounded at the corners.
Probably needed to move it back to scratch.
Oh well. We now know who not to trust with stickers. Anyway. Lots of dark blue in this.
Mm.
One thing I'll say is that the Lego Movie has brought certain colours back to the palette a bit more. Like dark blue used to be something that was a bit more rare.
Very rare,
A
yeah.
lot more dark blue since the was it Ultra Agents had
Yeah.
a fair bit of dark blue. Now this, so
Yep.
that's good.
Mm.
Douglas says the stickers don't really complement this set properly. I would tend to agree. But I don't see how they could have done it without stickers.
I've moved on from my Podracer and gone with this set.
Ah, cool.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, it's been staring at me for a little while. I've been wanting to do it, but haven't had the time. So now I'm made the time.
Now's the time.
Mm.
That is the whole point of this night and building things and having, you know, having us hanging out is that it encourages not just us and not just our friends, but all of you guys that are out there. You know, if you're not able to watch this live, watch it on the playback and, you know, listen and build with us.
Absolutely.
It's a good bit of motivation. Definitely motivation. Before we were doing this, like, you know, you just put it off. I'll do that another time and you shove another thing in the cupboard, and life gets busy when you're an adult and you work.
Yep.
Let's just check it.
You skip something.
No, I was looking for a big long one, but it's actually a 2x4 and a 2x2. I was looking for a 2x6. Just have to look a bit closer, and then you see the break, and like, oh, that's why I couldn't find a long piece. It's actually two shorter ones.
I hate when that happens and you spend ages looking for it.
Mm. And then you look closer, and you're like, oh, it's two short ones. Okay.
Yeah, there's a tiny little line there.
Douglas has a question. Has anybody had a Sendle experience? I'm getting some stuff delivered to me through them. You said once?
Once.
Yep.
With stocks.
Oh, yeah.
I use Sandal at work every day.
Was that when we had to go and pick them up from somewhere?
No.
No, it was sent to the door?
Yeah. You,
Oh.
you accepted it.
Oh, yeah. They'll just give it to anybody who turns up at the doorstep.
I think as long as you come out from inside the house.
Yeah, true. Don't be standing beside the locked door and say, yes, I'm waiting for a package.
That might be a little bit suspicious.
Yeah, just a little.
Sendal are very good, very easy to use, and their customer service via Messenger is fantastic. I've had no issues with them.
I keep getting promotional stuff sent to me from them. I've only used them the once. And I was the recipient.
Okay.
recipient.
Actually, the good thing about Sendle too is if it gets sent to you and you're not home, they automatically redirect it to the nearest pickup point, which is often like a Woolies or a BP Servo or something like that. And then you just go there and pick it up. It's really easy.
Yeah, I found out that with Toll.
Yep, Toll do that too.
What did we order that was?
Can't remember.
Let's get on. Oh,
That's
Declan's Bastion.
Oh yeah, where'd that come from? That came from Amazon?
That was from Shop and Home.
Oh, Shop at Home.
Yeah, we missed the drop off, and then on the thing it's like, pick it up from BP Merchant. I'm like, really?
Yep.
Okay. They didn't tell us that we needed some sort of a code or something that was supposed to be SMS'd or something to us.
Oh yeah, they text you the code.
Yeah, we never got the text.
That's
Maybe
right.
you put your mobile phone number incorrectly.
As long as you've got your ID, they will retext it to you when you get to the BP.
Oh, they just did. Because I think we've got it sent in your name. That's why I was ringing you to see if you got a code or something.
Oh, no, I didn't get a code either.
Someone must have had a wrong number or something in there then.
Yeah, that's actually, I think the guys that were there have seen me enough.
That they knew who you were.
Yeah.
They'll probably
I'm in
see
there like at
more
least twice a
soon.
week filling up.
They'll probably start seeing you even more soon. May the 6th, I think, is when they start their new venture. Like delivery.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I don't know how many people are actually going to use it. You'll probably find more eats. Well, you'll probably find you'll get more. Well, here on the coast, you'll probably get more eats. I don't know about what you down on the Goldie it's going to be like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Might be a bit more of a mix.
Yeah.
But yeah, delivery here on the coast needs more restaurants. Getting tired of picking up at KFC all the time.
But do you have menu log up there?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's many restaurants on it. I think I've only seen one driver that does menu log.
Yeah, right.
Well, does the deliveries for menu log. A lot of restaurants, I think, have it for pickup. Or they just use their own in-store drivers for deliveries.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never used them. But then we kind of live close to everything we need here anyway.
Yeah. But the advantage of menu log and the other ones Eat Now is you can actually order pickup through them.
Yeah.
So you can jump on the app, go, yep, I want this, and I want to come in and pick it up.
Well, that's all right.
So that way you can order it and then you're not having to wait around at the restaurant for them to cook it. Sort of like what you can do with Domino's and Pizza Hut and all that sort of stuff. You can pre-order it, go down, pick it up, and come home.
And I hope they cook the whole order in one hit.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Mm.
I do, because most places down here have their own drivers with a menu log sign on the car. Yeah, that probably is an option. Wasn't that an Uber Eats option? That some restaurants could opt to do
It's
their
a
own
lot harder, I
deliveries?
think, for Domino's are the only ones that do Uber deliveries themselves. Everywhere else has to use an Uber driver. Deliveroo restaurants can opt to use their own paid drivers.
Deliveroo.
Yeah, Deliveroo.
Which I guess is kind of good because, like, you want more options for funneling in new customers that may not necessarily choose your food, but they see it on an option list and they don't know what they want to eat, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, I'll have Domino's.
Unfortunately, the restaurants do lose a huge chunk to Uber and Deliveroo.
They'd have to. Everyone's trying to make a profit, I guess. So.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, how often do generally people like you and me use those services? You might use it, find a new place that you enjoy, and then just order from them directly in future instead of going through a third-party app.
I don't know I have a lot of regular customers.
Yeah, then you have the people who just like the convenience and
the most I've ever been to one person is 3 times in one day.
Holy dooly.
Yeah. I'm like, geez, you must be on good money. And they weren't ordering from places like KFC or anything like that. They were ordering from proper restaurants.
Isn't it? It's very much a millennial thing, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a millennial.
Like, I say that because I did a few training modules on it today, and that's what it told me. But I've only ever used like Uber Eats or Deliveroo twice. Once was when I had friends from the sunny coast here, which was you guys. And then the other one was about a week later. We did it again just because it was cool, and we haven't done it since.
Yeah, we've only done it once here on the coast, twice on the Goldie, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, for me, as I said earlier, like everything's just so close where I live.
Yeah.
Maybe
I guess it's good for when you like go traveling and you're not sure where things are.
Yeah, that's true.
And you want to just stay in. You don't necessarily like say if you have a caravan or a camper van or something like that, you don't particularly want to drive your camper van off site if you don't have another vehicle. I suppose a delivery service is a good idea.
Yeah.
It's like, if you really want just Domino's, wouldn't you just be better at ordering from Domino's?
Directly from Domino's. Yeah, well, it's pretty rare to. And the orders that whenever I picked up from Domino's when they were using the drivers, it was only ever 1 or 2 pizzas. It was never a large order.
Douglas says the pizza joint I go to charges more through menu log, which is stupid. No, it's not stupid. It's called they get charged for using that service.
To put it out there, everyone probably knows Uber takes 35% of the order.
Oh.
So out of a $100 order, Uber's cut is $35, and then the restaurant has to cover the rest of their costs out of that $65.
So how is it then feasible for businesses to do?
Well, generally they add a few extra dollars to all the menu items that are listed to help counteract that. Yeah,
that's why we never used them after the second time, because I realised the price difference.
And I've heard a few restaurants have told me Deliveroo is about the same. It's 35%. I think menu log's a little bit cheaper at about 17%. I have a feeling Eats Now is about the same too.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, that's just to use their service. But it does, a few restaurants have told me it also covers, I have an insurance in there in case the order gets cancelled. It at least covers their food costs.
Oh, yeah.
The restaurant's not going out of pocket for an order getting cancelled.
I guess one good thing is like some restaurants have a special like hidden menu that's only for Uber Eats, Deliveroo, etc., etc.
Yeah, I've got one restaurant on the coast that runs 4 separate menus out of the one restaurant.
Wow.
Offering different sort of cuisine, so that sort of helps the different cash flow coming in.
What a confused chef, though. Seriously.
Yeah. I was watching a doco on YouTube that was put out by the ABC, and they were sort of saying that a lot of this sort of business is generating what's called a dark restaurant, where it's pretty much a kitchen and that's it.
Yeah.
And all they do is have window drivers pop up, grab the order, and off they go.
Makes
There's
sense.
no option for dine-in or anything.
To keep a lot of costs down. You also don't have to overly have uniforms for your staff and all that sort of stuff.
And all the stuff that you need is just kitchen stuff. No front of house, no nothing.
Yep.
And they can run 3 or 4 different menus out of the one kitchen.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Douglas just said something interesting about Easter and Easter chocolate. Yeah, this was super stupid. We got our Lind balls on Easter Monday. Bam! 50% off straight away.
We bought all our Easter chocolate today.
Like, that reminds me. I should go for a little walk to the fridge. You want something?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Oh, it's an egg. A Cadbury egg.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, someone else wants something.
Just my phone telling me how apps that need to be updated. I can wait.
Yeah, my watch did an update today. 4 hours later, I could read the time.
God. 4 hours for an update. Jeez.
No. I think because I wasn't in Wi-Fi range.
Yeah, that might do it. But yeah, I'm getting Easter chocolate at 50% off.
Shoot.
What's
Nice
it called
one.
there, honey?
I dropped the Oreo ones.
Yeah, Easter chocolate at 50% off is the best.
Normally this
I
is
pay full
like,
price.
why pay $9 for this when you can pay $4.50?
It's a good way to do it because then it only has half the calories as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Just like broken bickies. How's this open? Oh, okay.
Always does.
No, it's different.
Different.
Yeah. Like how these are all multicolored. Yeah. Might as well have a couple.
Yeah, it's just an interesting world we live in these days, how much technology is integrated into our lives.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to get moving them into there. You want to try an Oreo? Yeah. We got some Cadbury Dairy Milk Oreo Easter eggs as well. Half price. I can't remember how much these were. They were like
$2.
$2. Crazy. The purple ones taste better, yeah. I have a purple one. Purple ones taste better, yes.
Oh, I love the smell of. I don't know if it's like a psychological thing, but
Easter chocolate,
Easter chocolate
is
seems
different.
to taste better.
Easter chocolate is sweeter, I think. Oh, this is cute. It's got little. Hang on. It's got little. Click on it. Little Oreos on the wrapper. Look at that. That's so cute. Alice is turning into a mukbang.
Probably making people want to have chocolate now.
And sorry for anyone who may be hungry at this point and don't have access to their favorite foods. Well, when I was a child, I was allergic to chocolate, so I didn't get to eat chocolate growing up. And goodness, puberty took care of that. Whose idea was it to put these in the fridge? Interesting middle.
That looks like that.
It's like cream with a little pop-up Oreo inside it. Our dealer says that this chocolate has a really short shelf life compared to other choices as well. Jockeys as well. Probably less preservatives in it.
Mm. Yeah, as I said, I don't know if it was a psychological thing but Easter chocolate just seems to taste just that little bit better.
It has just like an Oreo on the inside of the egg. Okay. I have a purple egg. Douglas says purple ones taste better. I'm going to try it and see.
It's really peppery purple.
Yeah, it is peppery purple color. And it's one color. All the other ones are like dual colors. That's pink and red.
I do miss getting the red tulip elegant rabbits. They were cool.
They're still available. I just don't think Woolworth carries them.
Probably not. Red tulip chocolate's quite nice.
More cocoa-y, I think, isn't it?
Probably why I like it.
I'll take your word for it.
Probably shouldn't have eaten the Oreo one first. I had that really sweet, creamy noodle. Now I'm eating a boring old normal. Ooh.
Lucky that's not loud.
I'm the same with egg and milk.
I know you can't understand me. Tessa has asked, what are you building, Darkside?
Starting another set, Scarif, rebuilding Scarif. And yes, it was loud because I don't have a nice soft tabletop. When you empty a broken down set onto a table, it's going to make a bit of noise. Which I think is quite funny because I'm usually the one that's not making any noise.
I think your microphone is just too close to your sorting, maybe.
Well, the microphone's up here on top of my monitor, and my table's probably a good 2-3 feet away.
Wow.
That's a good microphone.
Just a stock standard $59 webcam from Harvey Norman.
That picks up pretty well.
I've actually got to go out and buy a new one. A second one, I should say.
That's what the chip's up to now.
Oh, wow.
So you can get a bit of a size idea.
Nice.
Mini peek.
Yeah.
Definitely has the same shape as a Warhammer 40,000 Rhino. Anyone who does Warhammer 40,000 know what I'm talking about.
It's very symmetrical at the moment. I mean, sort of look at it
That
this way.
Is that Emmett the same as every other Emmett?
Probably.
Ask Douglas. Douglas has like all the Emmets. I think there's only a couple that have slightly different faces.
Well, as I said in the first movie, he's just a generic worker.
Yes, nothing special.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a special.
Like Neo.
You're special too. They broke the mold after they made you, Bill.
I didn't say like me. I said like Neo
Sorry, what?
from the Matrix. Who's
I can't hear you.
special as well. Whatever.
Who's special? You are special. No, it's a thing that my mum says. You're one of a kind. They broke the mold after they made you. Not necessarily a bad thing. Although sometimes when my mum said it, it sounded like she was being nasty. Oh dear. I'm special. You wouldn't want me any other way.
You're my special.
Oh.
Oh, get me a bucket.
Get you a bucket so you can vomit. Hey, at least we didn't have like a Lego themed, wedding and met at a Lego themed movie. The Lego came later. Because there's so many emitting Emmett. Get it straight now. Get it straight now. Actually, almost needs like a sound dampening thing on his table. It's such a typical Lego sound though. Like
That's true.
and the colour of that sticker isn't quite as bright as the colour of the line.
No, not quite.
Slightly disappointing. Okay. I will have one more Oreo Easter egg, and then I think I will be sugared out for the
Yeah,
night.
they are very sugary.
They are very sugary. By comparison, the other eggs taste like nothing. Why did I start with a sugary sweet thing first? Wow, good though.
Oh yeah, they do taste like an Oreo, but it's like a
Right. Do a sugar rush. I think we need to go get some more water. You got much water in your water bottle?
maybe half.
Mm. That's a bit better. Had all this really sickly sweet chocolate in my mouth. Oh dear. Nicholas says, good thing Emmett isn't Chucky. Imagine all the Emmets trying to kill us. No thanks.
Everyone's heard that the remake of that movie's about to be released.
Some things should never be remade. What is the obsession with Hollywood in remaking classics?
Run out of ideas.
Something like that.
But not enough ideas from foreign countries to steal.
Yeah, I don't know.
steal and adapt and make different and ruin it.
I guess maybe there's a lot of like producers or companies out there that have nostalgic movies that have always thought I could do that better. And then when they're big enough or the rights are cheap enough, they buy them and then have a crack at it, and in 99% cases are wrong.
Mm-hmm. Cheap IP, yeah. I think you may be right there.
Mm.
Well, they made another Halloween movie.
Mm.
But they sort of made that as a continuation in the series more than a remake.
I just hate when they take a classic movie and then try and go and make a sequel to it 30 years later. Like, it does. Not everything needs a sequel.
Well, I mean, it depends on how they approach the sequel, and if it really is a necessity. Like, if the story isn't, like, if it's an open ending, and there's room for a sequel, not necessarily always a bad thing, but
I'm just talking about after the gap. When your gap goes for too long, then don't make a sequel. Like in the sense of Grease 2, Mary Poppins 2. What else did they wait nearly 30 years to do? Like they're doing Top Gun 2 now.
I'm pretty sure Grease 2 came out reasonably soon after the original.
Yeah, with a B grade cast.
Oh yeah, it was terrible.
It was about 5 years, but then it was the same with like you look at Mary Poppins 2. That was how many years later? Like 40 years later.
I think that has a lot more to do with the person that owns the rights to Mary Poppins.
Still unnecessary is the point.
But that's just Disney milking, a franchise, basically. It's like, we own this. Let's, do more now that we haven't got the impediments of people telling us what we can and cannot do.
Yeah, I think in the case of Mary Poppins 2, the making Mr. Banks or whatever the Mr. Banks movie was quite popular. So maybe that's where they thought, hey, we can do more.
Yeah.
But then you've got other cases like Terminator 5. Do we really need it?
Apparently, it's going to retcon a lot of stuff, and a few of the movies that they've done between are just going to not be a part of the canon anymore.
Well, my understanding is Terminator 5 is set straight after Terminator 2. Well, what happened to Terminator 3 and Rise of the Machines and Salvation?
Yeah, no longer going to be part of the canon.
Yeah, it's just
alternate timeline.
Yeah, it's just what the hell? Like,
What the hell?
You've now got a T2000 with a steel wheelchair. Like,
it's also because James Cameron has actually stepped back in as well.
Yeah, because he ran out of
Cameron hadn't had anything to do with it, I think, since Terminator 2. That's why it fell off the wagon so hard.
Mm.
And with this latest one, he's actually stepped back in. So hopefully, it might actually have some sort of redeeming qualities, but judgment shall not be passed until movie has been seen.
Other remakes have been really, really good. Like, I don't know if you saw the remake of RoboCop, but that was really good. The remake of Judge Dredd was good compared to the originals. Like,
I kind of like the campiness of the original Judge Dredd.
Anything with Rob Schneider cannot be serious. Like,
yeah.
Oh, we've got a Dan in the chat. Hi, Dan.
I've heard they're making another RoboCop movie.
Oh, good. I liked the remake.
There's also a Ghostbusters 3 coming, I think, next year sometime. But it's actually going to be set 30 years after Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah, I believe they're doing that as a bit of a handover movie to a new generation of Ghostbusters that aren't, comedy girls.
Hmm.
So,
Well, the director is the son of the director of the original movies.
Oh, okay.
So there's still going to be an
hopefully
ongoing
he's
connection. And
yeah, well, hopefully he's loyal to what his dad did originally. Unlike Girlbusters, that was.
I think some of the original cast might be involved in the production too.
I don't know.
Hmm.
There's nothing wrong with Girl Ghostbusters. I think they just took the wrong approach about it.
Yeah.
The only good thing about that movie was Chris Hemsworth playing a dumb blonde.
Oh, yeah, he was hilarious. I loved him.
You're going to feed the piranhas.
They're not piranhas.
They act like it.
Hmm.
Yeah. They get into a little feeding frenzy for all their little pellets. Told ya.
Teenager just got splashed.
What is that? Little piranhas.
They splashed your father earlier because he left. Well, the lid was off for a start. And they're like, "You're here. Why are you not feeding it?" Splash. Splash, splash.
Like, oi, pay us attention, damn it.
They're hungry mother fishes.
Yes.
Well, someone told us that a goldfish will eat until the stomach explodes if you keep feeding them.
I used to do that.
They have no sense of
Yeah, they don't know when they're full, so they just keep eating and eating and eating till they die.
Yep, I can relate.
Well, surely they don't do that in the wild.
That's how they become koi.
Oh yeah, true. The food wouldn't be so prolific, I guess, and not as nutritious.
And they can also grow. They also grow to their environment too.
Yeah, true. Which is why they get absolutely huge in the great outdoors. That's why you don't flush your fishies down the toilet, boys and girls, because sometimes they find their way into the waterways. No, they don't necessarily die.
No, they make other fishies die.
Make other fishies die.
I don't know if they'd make it out the other side of the Brown Canal.
Yeah, it depends on whether they make it out the other side of the Brown Canal yet. But you definitely shouldn't go and let them loose in a pond or something like that. Good night, teenager.
Night, dude. See you in the morning.
Yeah? Do you want that name to be on the internet forever? Oh. He's like, yeah, true.
Night, Deck.
Bill said night.
Bill says night.
He said bye-bye.
He also says, are you going to come visit?
Yeah, slacker.
He
Yeah,
said
slacker.
eventually.
He says eventually.
I'm kind of glad he didn't come down because our car was kind of chookers on the way back.
Yeah, it sure was.
Yes. The joys of being the person in charge of certain things.
It sure was. Look at this cool octopus.
That is so awesome.
I like it. I need to put a motor on it.
Oh, deaths.
Oh, that is cool.
I guess we'll find out the relevance when we watch Toy Story 4.
Yeah. That's kind of another movie where I'm like, why? They could have just left it nice and neat at Toy Story 3.
Too much money. It's exactly why next year you'll see Cars 4 in production. Too much money.
Yeah, I know. But for as cringy it is that they're doing yet another sequel of Cars, it's something that appeals to the little kids. And so wholesome. Be thankful they didn't do sequels to Death of Happy Feet.
Yeah, well,
I suppose there's only so many things you can do with penguins.
that's true. Happy
Oh, we
feet.
have a Spong sighting in the live chat. Hello, Spong.
Squee, squee.
I just realized I put a hashtag of Lego Masters and hashtag Team Billsy in my my description, and it pops it up at the top of the above the description of what the video is. Maybe that's why I got a thumbs down.
Maybe.
Maybe I should have made it Team Billsy and Kale. Oops, never mind.
Yeah, but Team Billsy is not a negative thing. It's
not.
Supporting who you know.
It's called I'm supporting my friend. I don't really know Kale.
Exactly.
I think we just briefly met him at one brick convention.
Oh, very briefly, while looking at his wares. I think at that point he was selling like greeting cards and postcards and not really big prints or anything like that. Was he a retailer at Brickvention this year, or just at the show as an exhibitor?
Retailer as well.
Ah, of course. What sort of things was he selling this year?
Yeah, there was postcards as well. I actually couldn't really tell you what else. No offense to him. There was so many retailers there. I can't remember.
Yeah, they do
Not
have
really
a lot.
paying attention. Yeah.
Oh, look, from a retail show point of view, it's the show to go to.
Definitely.
There was some cool stuff.
There's always cool stuff. Not always the cheapest, but you can't beat it for variety of things that are really hard to get your hands on.
Absolutely. My Jodie went nuts for poly bags because she loves poly bags, and there was some older ones there that she hadn't seen before, and a lot of them were quite affordable. So only, a small percentage higher than the original price, and some of them were 10, 12 years old. So quite impressed. And
I'm not saying they're expensive. I'm just saying that, it depends on what you're buying too.
Absolutely.
Because some things are really quite reasonably priced, and other things, because they are a bit harder to find or a bit older, they might be a bit more expensive based on, supply and demand.
Definitely.
And I paid, $40 for a seasonal, a little seasonal Santa from, however many years ago it was, the year before. So 2015?
Yeah.
Because I was missing him from my collection.
2015, 2 sets in Australia are a lot harder to get.
Yeah.
Seasonal sets now with 3 Lego stores on the land are a little bit easier.
Yes.
Also, having Lego having a DC in the country makes shop at home more practical as well.
Yeah.
That is true.
But 2015 and prior, seasonal sets are a lot rarer. It revolved on rich people going overseas for holidays and bringing home cool things.
Or ordering it online, but then you had to order, minimum or whatever.
Well, you had to pay the shipping.
I think we checked, and that was about the going Bricklink price anyway. So
yeah.
And a lot of your favourite Bricklink stores actually sell there too as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's a great chance to meet the owners and have a bit of a chin wag with them.
Yeah, I know there's a guy from Canberra who usually goes ACT Bricks and Mortar. I'm pretty sure Kaz in her itty bitty usually goes.
Aussie Brickster, I think, goes.
Yeah, Aussie Brickster.
I'm not sure about Haytan.
I'm not sure about Haytan.
Yeah, I don't.
You might. But yeah, a lot of Bricklink stores do go to that show. What was it? Osbricks is another one. They're usually there.
I guess we'll find out again next year when the Queenslanders invade Brickvention.
Yeah.
Gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Well, I was talking to who was it? Alan on the weekend. And he was asking somebody else about Brickvention, and I'm like, why aren't you asking me? I'm the one that's, trying to put together the trip and getting people along. It's like, if you had questions, why haven't you asked them already? But anyway, educating him and having other people also that were at the Lego show on the weekend telling him, yeah, Brickvention's really awesome, and it's like this and this and this and this. And he's like, oh.
Looking more and more like a dropship.
It is looking more like a dropship.
I have side panels now.
Yeah, it's looking cool. It's a good
Hey,
size.
Douglas, are you going to do Brickvention next year?
It's a very good size. I love the lime green in it.
I have to say that's my more favourite side. The other side's very blue.
Oh, yeah. But the lime green against the dark blue.
One. Yeah, you got foldy down doors.
Oh, yeah.
Very dropshippy.
It's even got little feet now, too.
Yay. Okay, keep building.
Yes.
I'm not your mother. I don't care what your mother said.
What do I have? Oh, it got warm.
Oh, that's what you get for letting it sit so long.
It's a reward for completing the bag.
When we told his mother that we were expecting a baby, she congratulated me and said, now you'll have 2 kids. She, for realsy, said that to me to my face. I mean, he wasn't very old at the time. He was 20. He was a young daddy.
Yeah. I don't know, I kind of feel like it's better to be...
I think it's better to be young parents sometimes.
Not like be teen parents or anything, but,
Not that there's anything wrong with that if you manage to do that and pull that off.
If you've got supportive family and on both sides and stuff like that, yeah.
It shouldn't necessarily be something you aspire to specifically, but, if it happens and you can pull it off, good on ya. I have at least a couple of friends that were teen mothers, like late teens, not like high school teens. Like 18. Still very young to be a mum.
We were the youngest out of anyone we knew. I was 24 and Jodes was 21, but we were married.
Yeah.
We were told we were too young to be married.
Really?
Everyone in our family, I think, were married before they were 21 because that's what you did back then. And but we were told we were too young, and I think nearly all the people that told us that are now divorced and we're not. So
I know. It's kind of funny because, like, we always say our story is we did everything asked about. We had a baby before we even really knew that our relationship, like our baby was made before we even really knew our relationship was going to last. And, just never really left each other. I mean, we've had one hiccup and nobody talks about that.
No. Like that one Brickvention show.
The one Brickvention show that never happened. But yeah, we came out of that stronger for it, I think. Sometimes you need a little bit of time apart to appreciate, you do have a good thing.
Yeah.
And after that we got married.
Yeah.
Because of course, I know my parents were saying, oh, you don't need to rush into getting married, and we weren't in any rush, and we can afford a wedding anyway. When a baby comes in like your first year of knowing each other. Like, we've been together 4 months. And
something like that.
We're pregnant with a baby.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go Sean.
Mess around.
That's funny because when I was saying some of this story to Jodie, she's like, "Oh, it takes." Like I said, "You got me pregnant." She's like, "It takes 2 people to get pregnant." It's like, no, you don't understand. I'd not gotten pregnant to previous partner. Although, yeah, after re-meeting up with him many years later, found out that he had to have IVF with his wife. So maybe it wasn't all me. Like, you know, obviously do have some sort of issues having children. He was a little miracle, a little surprise.
Definitely meant to be.
Definitely meant to be, yes.
Considering your other sister, one of your sisters can get pregnant and just looking at them sideways.
Oh yes, I do have one sister that I don't have contact with anymore, but she's the super fertile one in the family. Think of that. Other than my brother who is like a hermit who lives by himself, I've got the least amount of children in the family.
At one.
My sister has, well, if you count the baby that didn't make it, she has 4, and my other sister has 4. He's sitting there counting. Yeah. He's like, oh yeah.
I'm the only one out of all my brothers that had kids. They all chose dogs.
You have both.
You have both. Yeah, the best of both
worlds. Babies and human babies.
Babies and human babies, yes.
Yeah.
I do. Everything. And then Taylor went and wanted a cat and ruined it.
Yeah, never got 3 of them. That's all right. I'm sure when we move to a bigger property, things will increase.
Yeah. See how the world goes.
Well, the doggos are going to like having more space.
Douglas says, I don't have kids. I have me, a big kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my brother. He's a big kid. Never grew up. Douglas says if we need a helper for brick convention, it's something he'd want to attend first before displaying. Jump in the deep end, dude.
Yeah. We'll
look after you. You can come with us. As long as you promise to actually turn up and not make me look like an idiot by not turning up. Yeah, I know the guy that does the floor plan. I'll be nice and kind to him. I've heard he takes bribes. Doesn't always work, but, you know, it's worth a shot.
Takes bribes, yeah.
He takes bribes, but no promises entered into.
All right, guys, I'm going to have to...
Check out?
Yeah. It's
okay.
I've had a big day, and I've got another big one tomorrow because of all these public holidays.
Yeah.
Trying to fit a 5-day week into a 2.5-day week.
Yeah,
it makes it tough.
Because I never do more than half a day on Friday. That's like illegal.
Yeah.
So,
that's okay.
Thanks
Have a good night.
Thanks for building. I'll see you guys on Friday. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye all. Bye, Darkside.
Bye. Thanks for coming. To everyone else, we're still here. Douglas says he'd turn up if he was committed. Well, commit, son. Commit. Let's not press the red button. That might get me in trouble. Let's see. Beep, 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 beep. I think we lost Darkside. He's gone really quiet.
Darkside muted himself because he was making too much noise.
Ah, fair enough. How's your how's it going on Twitch?
Good so far. I haven't done much. Saturday will be my first proper stream.
Oh, cool. Coolio. Hey Douglas, I've sent you an invite. You can come fill in Bill's slot now. I just knew that you weren't going to be around for the start, so I thought I'd make sure you were turning up and saying hello first. Come in and join us. You don't even have to be on video if you don't want to. Just you know, sometimes nice to have the conversation firsthand. Right, Philip, do you think you might go to Brickvention?
Nope.
Not at all.
No. I can't afford to pay attention, let alone get to Brisbane, Melbourne.
Can't afford to pay attention.
No, I've got too much other things that require my money, unfortunately, and it's not Lego.
Yeah.
The worst. But no.
That sucks.
It's the life we chose. We have so many pets, and they're old, and we've got to look after them.
That's fair.
Yeah.
They're not like humans that you just fob off onto someone else.
Come on, Douglas, peer pressure. Come join us.
Giving you peer pressure by not giving in to peer pressure. One of Declan's friends told us that one. It's like, everyone tells you not to bow to peer pressure, but you're being peer pressured, not give in to peer pressure.
So you're giving in to peer pressure by not giving in to peer pressure. It's a loop.
I thought that was brilliant when they said that. I'm like, right.
Ah, teenage logic.
Mm.
Having said what I just said, if half our animals manage to die from old age before Brickvention, then there's other place we could go. But it's not something I'm going to work towards, put it that way.
Yeah. That's something where you feel like you can't commit to it because it's a certain amount of time away from home as well, even if the money factor wasn't in it.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Mel would have to take her holidays then instead of the middle of the year like she usually does. So that is for up other things as well.
Yeah.
She usually tries to take holidays around July. So.
And you're like me. If she couldn't go, you wouldn't want to go without her.
I won't. No. That's why one of our other hobbies is no longer, because I won't go, she can't go, and every event has happened on her work weekends.
Yeah.
So,
and as far as Lego shows go, you've only ever done one without her.
Yeah, and I didn't hear the end of that. So,
and you know that was the most ideal circumstances because you missed it.
Yeah, it's just not fair to her if I'm able to go to the room and she's not, because it's her money that I'm displaying as well. It's not just mine.
Yeah. It's like this one was saying, you know, oh, if we can't afford to all go, you should just go with us. Like, no, I'm determined. We're all going. It's just going to happen.
John, Mel and I are the only one. We've only got each other. So, yeah, doing something without the other one just doesn't even feel right.
Yeah. And that's fair. It's like I had to go and do the Dreamworld thing over the weekend without him, and that was hard.
Yeah, the house felt very empty. Just missing that extra.
My house is like a morgue.
Presence.
It's like, yes, it's nice to be with friends and have social time and all that sort of thing with people that you enjoy being with, but at the same time, like, he's my favorite person.
He married me.
At the moment, things so there for us. We can't even make it down to a social gathering on the Sunshine Coast. So, going to something like
something like Bricktober seems impossible.
It's a physical impossibility.
Yeah. Douglas asks, is your son able to care for them?
Oh, yeah, he can, and he has done in the past for us. But we're talking for a couple of days at most.
Yeah.
A trip down there is not going to be a couple of days at most.
No, because you've got a setup day, which is Thursday, then you've got 3 show days, and you definitely don't want to go home like immediately after the end of the show.
Well, if I went down that drive, because I wouldn't trust anyone to take my display, I'd have to take it myself.
Yeah.
So I'd drive down, plus I hate aeroplanes. So
what? You wouldn't trust anybody to take it in the truck?
No way in hell. I don't know those people. Don't know them off a bar of soap. You're not the one driving the truck, so no.
Potentially my dad might be driving it.
Well, that's different. I know your dad, but I didn't know he was going to be. So, yeah, potentially, but not guaranteed.
Well, I think at the moment he's penciled in as a reserve driver.
Yeah, if we can't get anybody else.
But it's not just that, it's the cost and everything as well. I don't have family in all the different towns in Australia. So staying places starts to add up, which is one of the other reasons why our other hobby is now dead for us. As of May the 4th weekend, funnily enough.
Oh.
That was our last chance to be able to do something, and Mel has to, because she's a union rep, she has to do the Labor Day march. So we can't even do what we were going to be doing on May the 4th morning, doing the EB Games Starlight Foundation stuff.
Oh no!
And that was our last chance, because with that particular hobby, if you don't do anything with it inside 12 months, you basically get kicked out.
And you have to reapply.
Yep.
Not a simple.
No, you can't put your costume on and say, there you go, you approved it once before, because then politics comes into play, and I'm not playing that game. I refuse to.
Yeah.
So yeah, that hobby is dead, but I'll still get life out of one of my costumes.
Yeah.
Because it's now something people can redeem on my Twitch channel and make me build in it. Well, in the helmet anyway.
Douglas suggested that we build a cute like tent sitting in the Carlton Gardens. Doesn't get particularly cold that time of the year either. Not proper cold.
I don't know, it might.
I think the council might have something against that.
Get a knock on the tent door. Oi.
What you doing? You can't have a tent here. You just go, I applied for a permit.
What I find stupid is I can afford to fly over and stay at anywhere in New Zealand for a New Zealand show before I can afford to go to one of my own country in another state, my own country. Work that out.
That's because it's ridiculously expensive to fly domestically in Australia. I would love to go to Perth to Bricktober, but I could fly to New Zealand a lot cheaper than I can fly to Perth.
You can fly to New Zealand and back again cheaper than you can go one state in our own country.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it does my head in.
It's almost cheaper to fly to Japan.
Yeah. But
Douglas, get in here, Douglas.
I used to love the argument that you can't work out prices for things in this country because a litre of milk costs more than a litre of petrol. And how is that the case? Not anymore. It doesn't now. But back in the day, a litre of milk was more expensive than a litre of petrol. Look at the processing and the processes and everything to make petrol. Look at the processes to milk a cow. How the hell did milk cost more than petrol? So yeah, that was. I remember that as a kid hearing the adults, my father and his adult friends, always whinging about it. It's like, how can you do anything in a country where the milk's more expensive than the fuel?
Run our cars on milk.
Well, seeing how I don't drink real normal milk very much anymore, I wish it went back to that way because I drive a lot more than I drink milk. And driving costs.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah, he knows. He drives for a living.
Yeah, at least a week.
I'm not eating another Easter egg. Don't hit me. Oh, now I can actually taste this because I've left my taste buds have long enough. After tasting the really sweet one.
I'm somewhat glad that the Gladstone event's basically the last event this year. The Brick Events doesn't have very many more this year, do they?
One more after that, and then that's it.
And where's that? Sunshine Coast, Gold Coast?
More Gold Coast area.
With that we could probably do because it's only one more show.
Hi, Joseph.
Well, from what we're hearing, it's probably going to be technically New South Wales.
Just across the border.
Yeah. It's going to be rumours are it's going to be Tweed.
Rumor. Hey, Douglas.
Well,
Literally just across the other side of the border.
No.
yeah, if I'm on the road for 5 hours, being on the road for another hour and a half is not going to be different, really.
It'll probably be about another half hour.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's not going to make much difference.
So I'm silent?
Not now.
Can hear you now.
I
I boosted you.
So even when I'm this close, still quiet. Damn.
Yes, you have a very quiet voice.
Yeah, no. It doesn't travel properly.
Yeah.
Get this away from my face. I'm just a face on a screen.
Like, you're on the couch with us, you're in bed with Douglas.
Oh, jeez.
I still want to say something right now, but I'm not allowed to.
Oh, we got a Hyde Castle in the live chat. Hi.
It's a good thing I'm not a dad.
Oh, no.
Good enough. There you go. That's all I wanted to get out of me.
I had to go there.
Thank you.
Oh, dear.
I'm over it now. Thank you.
Oh, jeez.
I was going to say, laying there on that bed, you're damn sexy looking, but no, that's
Oh, dear. Notice he's gotten up now. He's like, oh, we can't be having any of that.
Yeah, we can't be having any of that. Yeah, look.
Yeah, well, we got in trouble for doing it in chat, so we can't do it live on the stream.
I'm trying to keep this relatively family-friendly. Chickly singers.
But he said it on an exclamation mark. If that's not family-friendly, what is?
Oh, no. That's a family.
Therefore, that phrase is like completely and utterly family friendly now.
Oh, dark side logic.
I like
Oh,
it.
Lego Logic. They have it on their ad. It has nothing to do with me.
True. I don't know why.
For the first time I've ever heard that said.
Why did they let him say that he's a DILF?
Him, of all people. Sorry, with that stupid thing on the top of his head. I don't know the guy, and I don't care if I offend him. He looks like an idiot.
I know you walked into an interesting part of the conversation.
I've seen it happen a few times with 29.
Hang on, Sean's making a lot of noise. Just wait a minute. Either that or you get now to say all the things that you need to say that shouldn't be heard.
Yeah. Channel 9 knows how to destroy a person. That's all I got to say. If you remember back, what was that family?
Hey?
Remember the Doll Bludger family from years ago?
Can't remember the name, but I know what you're talking about.
They got offered jobs in the resorts and stuff, and they knocked it back, and then that was it. It was on. Channel 9 every, 6 to 12 months would pull them out of the woodwork again and say, look what they're doing now.
They look like the neighbours from Hell people, were they?
Yeah.
I know they like doing the neighbours from Hell. Channel 7 love doing that with them, with the neighbours from Hell people.
This is part where I say, Aiden, have you seen the latest Lego Masters ads on social media? I don't watch television, so I don't know what they've put on TV.
Couldn't be any worse than what's on social media.
Putting out little introductions of each of the teams, and Billsy's team was one of the ones that came out recently.
I hope Billsy wins just because you have to put up with it.
I should say Billsy and Kale.
Yeah.
It's I don't really know Kale. I haven't really met Kale. I've met him very briefly in passing 4 years ago.
I never want to.
It was a bit of a disappointment because it didn't really show the Billsy we know, the funny guy.
No, he was shut down by the other person.
Yeah.
He wasn't able to shine.
Yeah. That's the only thing that comes across from that promo that disappointed me was, yeah.
Me too. I don't know Billsy even that well, but I know he's a lot. I want to say louder, but he's a bigger personality than what they showed.
Yeah.
Even I saw that and thought, wow, what the hell?
Maybe they don't want him to overshadow.
Oh, yes. Well, it's obvious by the framing of all of the promotions that Kale's their little bright shining star.
Yeah, well, their little bright shining star, for what I saw on that video today, gave me a probably good 50% chance. Made me think, do I even want to watch this show now? Because I'm going to have to put up with that.
Yeah, but I'll look at it this way as I want to support my friend.
I see something on a TV show and I decide there and then if I'm going to watch it anymore.
Yeah.
And the first time the American Brothers were on My Kitchen Rules, Melanie makes me watch it with her at lunchtime. The first time they actually did or said anything, I considered them psychopaths and stopped watching. And I do that with all TV shows.
Wow.
That's that person, I'm not going to say names on your stream, that person has that personality as far as I'm concerned, which is enough to make me not watch the show.
Yes.
Sorry about that, but that's just what it is.
That's fair, and you're entitled to your opinion. I don't think I would use that word. I'd probably use sociopath.
Well, for those two Americans.
Anyway.
Psychopath's when you start killing people. Sociopath is when you just dominate everyone.
I fully expected them to poison every single person at the table when it was their turn to cook.
Okay. Fair, cool.
I'm using the right word. Trust me.
Oh, okay. Fair, cool. Ado says, I haven't seen many, have been unintentionally avoiding them, not out of disinterest, but I want to watch the show when it airs. Yeah, I think it's just the ads are just trying to hype.
Yeah,
And
get the hype
the
going.
hype is massive.
Is it possible that they could oversaturate? I'm just asking.
I
know
don't think
how I feel. I'm just asking about others.
A lot
I
of the
don't think
ads and promos also only appear to be from like the first challenge.
Yes, it's stuff
Yeah,
from
no, you've got to give the show a chance, but yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's the way of suckering the people that don't watch television, getting them on the socials because that's where they are, and getting them to actually watch television.
Yeah.
Well, the Lego Masters show is going to be the first time my television has had Channel 9 played on it in over a decade.
Wow.
We have Channel 7 rarely, Channel 10 if only when there's interesting shows on, and otherwise 9 just doesn't even get a show at all.
Not
I
even
got
the
Channel
CSI era.
9 on one day, and I think it was New Year's Eve or something, or New Year's, and what's his name was drunk. That was his last show, apparently. And I just happened to catch the worst possible episode of Channel 9's morning breakfast show.
Pastor says that they'll watch a few episodes before making a decision on whether to, keep watching it.
Oh, look, there's what is it? 10 other participants, 11, including Billsy. There's 11 other participants. I just hope that they don't over focus on him.
Well, yeah, I hope so too. It does feel like they've tried to sort of pigeonhole, and there's this like when people keep asking me, "Are you applying? Are you applying? Are you going to audition?" Blah blah blah. Looking at how they've like tried to typecast and pigeonhole people for this particular show, like it seems very obvious in the way that they've like introduced each one of the teams. That was the kind of thing that I was a little standoffish about, and wanting to see how the show was going to be first before potentially thinking about it for another year. I mean,
yeah, and see that's the other thing about the
even
promo.
get chosen, really.
And that's the other thing about the promo. It nearly looks like they've set Kale up to fall on his face.
I don't know, dude. I really don't know. I don't read into all that.
Because, like, when you look at it, the way they get him to, like, the way they've edited his talking and all that, like how he's like, oh, I've been featured in Brothers Brick, I've done this, I've done that, blah, blah, blah. It's like this resume sort of thing, like, yeah, I'm good, I'm in a bit. And it's like, yeah, it's like a setup to...
The ad did feel like the Kale show with the support act of Billsy.
Yeah, that's how I felt about it too, and I didn't like it at all.
That was a little bit disappointing how they framed it like that. It was like, and all of the media has been the same. It's been like the Kale show featuring support act Billsy.
And I bet you it's because Billsy was up front and said, I'm not your normal Lego person. They've gone, okay, right. We know what we're going to do here.
Yeah. Well, and then you've got the other dynamic of the fact that Billsy actually applied with one of his really good mates who couldn't follow through because he had a baby that was going to be born during filming time.
Yeah.
And, it's hard enough going through, having a baby without being away from, your baby's mother,
Just everyone realise I've got no problems with Billsy whatsoever. I'm watching his channels or his Twitch channel all the bloody time. Chatting with him and whatnot. I've got no problem with Billsy.
Yeah, he's
no one get me wrong there.
He's really getting into it a lot more too. Like he's been sort of like a peripheral person in the Lego community for a while, and I guess this has pushed him to move out of the shadows a little bit too, which is really great. Because I think he can add something if he puts himself out there. But just getting back to the audition process thing, the fact that he knew going in that there was a good chance that his mate was going to have to pull out anyway, and being approached and asked, "Oh, will you go as a single and be paired up with another single?" And the situation of somebody else also losing their partner in different circumstances, I think created a dynamic that was
No, it was something a TV channel couldn't knock back. They're like, oh yeah, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
I don't know whether they deliberately
Oh no, they probably did. Once it was there, once and it showed itself, they would knock that back. Holy dooly. They would have been to themselves, this is gold. We couldn't have planned this better if we tried.
Mm.
Especially for all the rumours about those sorts of shows where they do psychological testing and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, they make you go through a psychological testing.
Yeah, because that would have all shown up.
Because, well, firstly, they need to make sure that you're not going to just, completely fall apart through the filming process, because you're away from home for 3 months.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Like lose your shit and just start swearing and smashing up everybody else's.
Well, yeah, not necessarily swearing and smashing up things, but just not mentally being able to deal with being away from your support systems and being under it is a pressure thing to be.
Not only that,
It would be quite funny if someone had have cracked and grabbed Hamish's baseball bat and just started smashing up everything else.
it's not only the stress of the show, it's also exactly what we're throwing at that person right now. You've got to be able to grin and bear that, all the online garbage as well.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that would have been edited to make it look as bad as physically possible. Surely no one's that bad in real life. Sure. I hope not. But it doesn't look good. And
Yeah.
Channel 9 knows damn well what they've done.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm not having to go just Channel 9. It's just the way TV is now.
Yeah.
The whole reality thing.
This is part of why I don't watch television. I detest reality TV.
Yeah, so do I.
And that's the other factor that I was very standoffish about even going through the application process, much less the audition process or anything else, because they did actually ask me to come in to an audition without even having finished my application process, because they could see I'm public. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, I'm on, Flickr, I'm on Twitter, I'm on, all over the place. So you can see the sort of person I am. You can see how I do in a live situation. You can get an idea of the sort of personality I am. I don't bullshit. And I might ham up things a bit. But, that's entertainment.
I never, ever had any intentions of even thinking about applying for that show.
Well, I entertained the idea for about 3 seconds and then realised I couldn't think of anyone that I wanted to go on the show with, because we couldn't go on it together. Like, we couldn't leave our son for 3 months.
Yep.
And I couldn't go on the show with him because he couldn't have 3 months away from high school. That's crazy.
Yeah. But a lot of those things, they organise tutors and stuff so you can keep going, like bring him with you. And
well, I noticed that they didn't have any children that were under university age. So
yeah, but what I mean is shows like that. I know, don't know if they've still got it, but they used to have the in-house tutors and stuff so that they could do the schooling.
There's still, it's time away from friends and not being able to talk about things and being on, you sign an NDA.
Because I know Home and Away and Neighbours, for all their underage actors. They've got all.
Oh
that sort
yeah,
of
yeah,
thing in place.
yeah. I guess if they, I know, I think I heard that there were a few applications where children were involved, but they didn't find the right combination of what they were looking for their first season. So I don't know. Maybe they'll have children next time. Maybe they'll decide that this isn't for children.
Or they'll just do like the MasterChef thing where you've got a kids version and an adults
Yeah,
version.
they might do a junior version.
Yeah, I think it would be better doing it that way.
Yeah, I reckon that makes a lot more sense personally.
And have the judges be more mentors and
Yeah, like
try and
they
help grow the
do,
community.
like they do. Yeah, that'd be cool if they did something like that.
That's if the kids even need mentors. These are just
That
smart.
is true. There are some really talented kids in the
Very,
whole
very
Lego
smart
community.
people out there.
That's
I
one of
know
the
that
wonders,
Melbourne has a junior group.
That
We
is
don't
one of the
specifically
ones
have a
that-
junior group, but we have a lot of kids that come along with the adults that are involved in the group. So we've got quite a lot of kids that are very talented.
'cause we
Tessa
remember-
makes a good point. Reality shows are very judgmental and backstabbing. Depends on which show you're talking about. From what I've heard, and nothing confirmed, obviously, that Lego seems to have wanted, like based on what they've done in the UK version, they don't want that sort of mass backstabby, bitchiness and all that
They
sort
don't
of
want
jazz.
to marry it at first sight.
Sorry.
They don't want to marry it at first sight.
No, they don't want to marry it at first sight. They want, a little bit of friendly rivalry and competitiveness. The normal kind, not the I'm going to, smash you and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
No swapping teams.
No,
I don't like my teammate. I'm going to go and be with that one over there. Yes, we'll be a new team. Sad that I know these things. Well, I didn't even watch maths.
no.
After it comes out in the media.
You couldn't pay me enough to watch that garbage.
Oh yes, that was just vomit.
When I have my second 15-minute break at work, they've usually got that playing in the tea room. I walk in there, I watch 15 minutes of it, and I walk out of there just shaking my head, thinking to myself, what the hell is this called?
You're dumber for watching it.
Yeah. Sometimes when I'm on the afternoon shift, which finishes at 10 o'clock at night, they have a TV in the common room for the residents where I work, and sometimes when they've all gone to bed and the TV's still on and hasn't been turned off yet, there'll be some rubbish playing or some reality TV thing.
Looking more like a ship.
Definitely looking more like a ship.
Now, the number 3, you reckon that's a Thunderbird's ripoff?
I don't know.
I don't know. Does he have another
Does he have
another
other
6
drop
ships or something?
Oh, no, you're the ones who have seen the movie. Does he have 6 other ships? There's the Rex Celsius.
The Rex Celsius is huge.
Yeah.
Would be the Thunderbird 1.
Part of me is a little disappointed that the big ship, the Rex Celsius, is actually a miniature version of it.
Give it time. Someone will do a
Full
scaled
size.
up version. It'll be obviously more.
Somebody do it for Shiptober. Somebody do it for Shiptober. I want to see a full size one. Okay, Sean's about to make a lot of Lego noise again.
That's what I'm getting this week. Is 3 ships. I'm getting Brick Bounty, Caribbean Clipper, and Deep Sea Barracuda.
Barracuda.
The back is open.
Yeah.
Did you win the lottery or something?
Yeah, I got him for $5.20 delivered, which is quite good.
Why can't I find deals like that?
Because you live in Luxembourg.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the end of the world, but if you stand in the main street and look north, you can see it from there.
So you asked the question, I gave you an answer.
Well, I already knew the answer.
Look, it should have been about $6.50, but I asked him, how much can you do it for? And he responded with $5.20 delivered. It's like,
Deal.
okay. Yeah,
Done.
Done.
Thanks for coming.
Yep.
Thanks for playing, boys and girls. It's been fun.
Yep. It's like, I'll take that. Yep.
Next.
You'd be mad not to, just jeez.
Basically, it never hurts to ask when you buy multiple sets off a person. It's like,
Brew.
what can you do it for?
What's the worst can happen? They say, nah, bugger off.
Yeah, full price. That just means I only move 2 sets instead of 3.
Their problem, not yours.
Yeah.
Pretty much all it boils down to.
And that just reminded me, one of my friends, he's an American,
Yes.
and he's seen my Lego boats, and he's looking at them because he got all his childhood Lego brought over from America,
Yeah.
and he's looking at my cannons, and he's like, "What? All your cannons fire?"
Oh, no.
Because they've got the cannon in the US. Their cannons weren't allowed to shoot.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
Yes, there's no spring in the cannons. The American cannons.
Craziness with gun laws and whatnot.
Yes.
Stop a plastic cannon from shooting.
Yeah, you're
Like,
not allowed to have a plastic
real
cannon that
guns,
shoots,
but
but
you
you can have a
don't
real
get
gun.
Wow.
Can't have plastic cannons.
Yeah.
You can take
I
it.
just-
So,
that pissed him off quite a lot, actually.
that's ridiculous.
Oh, all you need to do is go on Bricklink and find himself some replacement cannons that work.
Yeah.
That's basically what he's gone and done now. But he didn't even realise you could
He
get
didn't
cannons.
know that they fired.
Yeah, he didn't even know. Yeah,
Oh,
until he
he
saw
has
mine.
deprived childhood.
Yeah. And like, he's only like 3-4 years younger than me. So he's like 40.
Wow.
It's like he's only just discovered in the last 3 months that you can get cannons that fire.
That's funny.
Scary and sad at the same time.
But it was also funny too, because like when I was talking to him about Castle, like I'm telling him when I got my Castle sets.
Castle.
Oh, Castle, yep.
Castle.
We actually got Castle
Don't walk on the grass.
a year after Europe got them,
Mm.
and then they had to wait another 3 years. So it was 4 years after Europe got Castle. That's when they showed up in America.
Wow.
So it's like, it goes to show that once upon a time, Lego actually might have been because it was such a small market, it was really easy for them to supply us.
But
But
now
yeah,
we're and we want more.
and since they've increased their production abilities, America's now gets stuff before us.
Yeah.
Well, they have a factory in Mexico, so it's easy for them to just put it on a truck and over the border it goes. And it's in the States.
I heard the Mexico factory was mainly duplo.
Off it goes.
I have no idea personally, but I think that's why America gets everything at such a good price, because it doesn't cost them quite so much to get it transported to them.
Yeah.
We need to do that. We need to put that in place with somewhere like Tasmania.
Now, then Lego would cost 4 times more. Do you know how much it costs to ship stuff across
Not
Tasmania?
if we get rid of Tasmania. They become their own little country, and then we can buy from them. They can make Lego. We can buy it from them on the cheap.
We can sell Tasmania to New Zealand, become the third island.
Ha 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 ha.
They go the deep South Island.
Boom, boom.
The island without ski field.
Kilometers of like us getting their Lego cheaper than we get it. That could cause a problem.
So who's still awake in the live chat? What you up to? You building? You're just hanging out? You're watching us on the playback. Thanks for watching on the playback. I appreciate you guys too. Yes. Sticking it out this long. We're getting there. Last bag.
Yeah.
Putting up with me and Douglas.
I know, right?
Bright light.
Such trial.
I just had to move to go get some. Knock this all over. I've got a new accessory for my pink walker. But now the dog's seen it. The dog thinks we're going for a walk, of course. But I've got a little light for it now.
Ah, blinded. That's so you can find your dog in the dark.
Yep. No
A lot of people walk their dogs at night now. Noticed?
Yeah.
It's funny with the delay. I just got blinded twice.
And we got him a harness, so that's good.
Ah, how cute!
Yeah, much more friendly for him. The harness.
Ah, Tass is building. What you building, Tass?
Wait, turn around. Don't lick yourself.
Well, I see this doggy fluff.
Because I'm going to lick myself.
Oh, that's a good sight.
You're going to do what, Douglas? Grace Channel's got a family rating, remember? Even though we just tried to kill that. Don't go licking yourself on the camera.
I can't reach. I'm not Marilyn Manson.
Oh, no. Please
You're
don't.
taking it for granted that you can't, and not because of practice. You know you can't. That'd be more disturbing.
I need to get a few ribs taken out.
Hey, Tassa says she's building an old set, the Country Club 6418. Well, it has a little number, so I know that's old. Paradisa. Nice.
Ooh. That's something.
Now, if I played with Lego as a child, Paradisa would have come out in my dark ages.
Yes,
But I didn't play with Lego as a child, so Paradisa. Yay.
Paradisa, Lego's first attempt at Friends.
Yes.
It worries me that I don't remember having Lego as a child. I'm sure I did. I just don't remember it for love nor money. I remember my Star Wars figures, but I don't remember having Lego.
Get this back.
I remember doing something with Lego once as a kid, and it was like had like this little Technic box with motor and gears and stuff in the library, and you could take stuff out at lunchtime and play. Like, so they had like board games and stuff like that in addition to all the books and things. And one of the things you could get at was a little Technic box, about yay big, educational set. It had like these gears and motors and axles and stuff. That was pretty much the only Lego I really was exposed to as a child. Tried it a couple of times, got bored with it, and was like, if this is Lego, boring.
That just reminded me of something, actually. When I was a kid, went round to a friend's place in primary school, and there were these two Dutch kids, basically, who had only been in Australia for about 6 months. And I remember I had a big milk crate tub full of Lego system, and then they had about twice as much as that, but it was all Technique. It was the first time I'd seen a lot of Technique, and it was just like Technique, yeah. And I was like, what the hell is all this? Why are there holes in everything?
Yeah.
How do you like your Lego?
Well, it's kind of like a Meccano set.
Our technique back then was, very, very limited with what you could do.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And for everyone that disses the girly friends Lego, before that came out, I didn't really it didn't interest me. Like, I was a girl that played with dolls. I may have also played with trucks and Matchbox toys and stuff like that, but I wasn't like the kind of girl that played with Meccano sets or building blocks. So yeah.
Yeah, that's what people don't realise. The more diverse Lego becomes, the more people it can attract.
Yeah, and it's like a gateway Lego. They get drawn in by all the girly, pretty colors and the dolls that are familiar-ish, and then they find the real stuff, and then they sort of segue to the real stuff. All right, so it's not a bad thing. I mean, I'm not asking everyone to love mini dolls, but they get the girls into Lego, and they're building with Lego, and who cares what color the Lego is, so long as they're building with it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Once they start to try to build bigger things, that's when they discover you need technique, bloody for structural integrity.
Yes.
Then it only comes. It's only a matter of time before you get bored of just having one color palette.
Yeah.
And suddenly City and Creator becomes more interesting because it increases your color palettes.
Although Friends does have a lot of nice pieces, like you didn't used to see a lot of the masonry bricks in sets until Friends came along.
Yeah.
Like, they were there, but they weren't prolific.
As much of a redneck as I am, I really hate how there's girls and boys Lego. Even now. Why can't boys play with friends without being cracked on? Why can't girls play with normal Lego?
Well, girls can play with normal Lego, but there are some girls that are the kind of girls that like to play with dolls, who like things like Polly Pocket. Lego Friends mini dolls are very similar to like Polly Pocket and Betty Spaghetti and those sorts of dolls, which probably means nothing to you, but girls that grew up who are like my sort of vintage will know what I'm talking about. Just your fashion doll type thing. There's something that's familiar in your play. That's something that I think Lego found that they tried a whole heap of different things. Like they tried normal minifigures, and then they tried all different types of other versions of it, including what it became, which was the mini doll. And the girls did not like the minifigures and the way that they looked. They couldn't girls project themselves onto their toys. So they see themselves in their toys or, as an extension of themselves. And they couldn't connect with the minifigures in the way that minifigures looked. So by making them look a bit more doll-like, dolls are familiar.
The only problem with the mini doll is that it doesn't have stud connections on their butts.
Yeah, that is annoying, but I think there's probably a reason for that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be structurally
like a doll.
Yeah.
But yes, it does frustrate me that there are no stud connections on the bottom, but at the same time I can understand why in some respects, because their bottoms are not flat. Like if you look at the back of a minifigure, that's flat.
Yeah.
You get a mini doll, they have skirts that jut out and, they're not flat at the back. They have dimension.
Yeah, it's more of a stand-up figure.
Yeah, it's designed to be a stand-up figure, first and foremost. But you can't. It's not like you can't sit it down. And they made special pieces to make sure that you could fully integrate your dolls into Lego situations, like sitting in a car.
Like that.
So they have that
Like
piece with that
T-shape.
tile with the little piece that goes
Yeah,
between
the
the
T-shape.
legs.
Yeah, the T-shape. The T-shaped small panel.
Yeah, I can't think of the technical name for it, but yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
But this is the reason why Podracer, whilst it must have been successful enough, but it wasn't successful in the way that Friends ended up being successful. Like Friends has been one of their big sellers.
Yeah.
And for everyone that disses the theme, it sells well. Like, at the end of the day, Lego is a toy company. If they don't sell toys,
No,
they go out of business, and they've come so close one too many times.
Elves.
They're
Elves
mad
is
not to
winning
take
over now.
advantage of something that works. They did lots of research before they put out Friends.
And it is interesting now because Elves is now officially over.
Sorry?
No more Elves.
Yeah, it's a pity because Elves was really nice. Like, I liked it. I mean, there were a lot of our elves who were pissed off that an elf theme came in and it was dolls. They hated that it was dolls. And they'd gone through and had all the Lord of the Rings stuff, and they wanted something like Lord of the Rings elves, but not like a licensed theme.
Yeah.
So, you had Elves and Friends, and I know I was a little bit standoffish at first because even though Friends is what suckered me into Lego, I'm not a huge fan of the dolls so much anymore. Like, I've gotten used to these minifigs and I quite like them. But but I point out to people that you can take Friends' hair and you can put it on a minifigure.
Yeah.
As long as you pick the right face, because a mini doll's face is a slightly different shape. As long as you pick the right face, it doesn't look disproportionate. But you can take like I was saying to my friends that were disappointed that there was their elves' ears and hair was on dolls. It's like, well, just take the elves' hair and put it on a minifigure. Like, why is it a big deal?
Yeah, and it gives it
Yes,
the
Friends have cool colours and pretty flowers, yes.
Well, good timing, Sean. I just finished that one as well.
Yeah.
Timing. So Philip's finished his. What were you building, Philip?
That one was the Battle of Scariff, the Battle on Scariff one.
Nice. Nice. And Sean has finished the Explorer.
Yep.
It's actually quite a nice sized ship.
I just don't like this
Open section.
hole.
it's when you put the dinosaur in there. That's when it fills up with the dinosaur.
Fill it with a dinosaur.
I think you got to take it shows you how to take where you connect their guns and stuff inside the ship and everything. Yeah, this one's feet, I think, have got to lie backwards.
Yeah, I'm looking at the
Dino Riders.
Yeah. And then it just slots in.
Yeah, I kind of feel like something still should cover his tail. I mean, they got this sort of...
Yeah, that sort of locks him into place.
But it feels... something missing.
Feels like it needs something more there. Okay.
Yeah, like it needs a cover plate, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like it's got pins there, like it could have had something that they've decided not to. Weird.
And this
And that slot in there or something.
slots in. This slots in there. So put it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything.
Everything's got like a little holding spot when you put it in there, which is
Okay, so I got that bit.
quite neat. Like that connects in one of the doors or something. Yeah, the side doors.
It's there. Let's into
Oh, so you have like a holding plate for all the accessories.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
And the skateboard.
That was the one bit that impressed me about this set right at the end, the way they actually thought of that.
All the extra bits have a place.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see what you mean about that bit being
it's just
open.
Ooh.
I think it helps you to hold on to it as well. Like you can grab your thumb in that hole and then have your hand wrapped underneath it.
Mm.
Let's see. Is that how the dinosaur is supposed to be? With his tail and legs sticking out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a dinosaur flying a spaceship.
Yeah, true.
In
I
the
shouldn't be
Superman
saying.
position.
There's not exactly any history books you can have a look at to show you how they used to do it.
Not the right one. I suppose it doesn't matter. They should be the same.
They stood on their heads to do it. No one knows.
Oh, that was one. There's a scientist in America. He's actually quite interesting. He owns his own dinosaur museum. And what he's found is that most of these dinosaurs that people claim are all different dinosaurs are actually the same dinosaur. It's like you got the baby version, the adolescent, the adult, and then the later adult versions.
Yeah.
Because a lot of dinosaurs change quite dramatically how they look as they get older. And like everyone was rubbishing him, and then he started cutting all the bones, showing them. It's like, see, this one's a spongy bone, this one's a hard bone. This is.
Well, didn't the guy said that he thought they all had feathers and they were more like birds than reptiles? Didn't he get slagged until everyone eventually turned around and went, "Oh, hang on."
It's the same guy.
Anyway,
yeah.
we should probably show this off, hey?
Yeah, he's got the largest dinosaur collection in the world, basically, of bones and fossils.
Cool.
Okay. Sean, show everybody what the end result is. So you have one Velociraptor in the top in the Superman position.
So yeah.
In the Superman position.
So you got to fold his arms and legs back.
Yeah.
Just dives in there
It's like that,
at first.
it's like that drunk guy on the I believe I can fly, being carried off by the cop.
The dinosaur didn't come back out.
You got one in the front piloting.
Yeah. He sort of lives there.
Then
Doesn't the
got
other
one
one?
that has a bit of room for minifigures.
Doesn't the third one have a gun array or something on his back, like Dino Riders?
Yeah, that's,
Yeah. That goes away.
it has a nice little.
There's like little hidey holes for everything.
So that's
Yeah, I'm done with dinosaur.
There's a little gunner pack.
We want to see the dinosaur with his guns on.
Then he doesn't fit in his hole.
Yeah.
Well, that's just silly.
And then you've got all the other accessories on the other
one
side.
One there.
Cool.
I can't see it too well because it's in dark.
I did like this set, but it was the
Probably
price
tilted a
tag on
little bit towards the camera. Up, maybe.
Yes.
Just up in there.
Yeah,
Two Rexes things.
I didn't like the look of this set originally when they first released it.
And then the
Cross-
or the Esky goes in the back. Or chili bin if you're from Kiwi land.
Chili bin.
Chili bin.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I like that it's dark blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
I like
It's dark blue with just a
this side
flash of
Yeah,
So it looks so much better.
lime green.
If you're a true kitchen, a chili bin is a toilet.
I like the way they've used the plates with the pins around the outside too. It looks like armor plating.
Yeah, it does look really cool how they've done that.
Like I said, I did like it when they first released it, the sneak peeks of it.
Yeah, I did too. But not enough to want to necessarily buy it immediately.
Yeah, no, the price ticket.
The price point was probably the bit that made us go, not so sure.
I have a funny feeling this one will make clearance though.
Yeah, I probably will.
hard to get in there properly.
It doesn't want to sit right. Probably just need child-sized hands to position things. Sometimes I wonder.
Maybe you need to put him in, then fold these up.
Maybe.
Does he stand up a bit more upright? Maybe his tail was up too high because it looked like his tail was pushing the other dinosaur.
Yeah, maybe.
Take Superman dinosaur out to put that one in.
Oh, I think that's
Oh,
it.
there you go. You got it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you got it right that time. Okay,
His feet
and then
were one stud too far back.
so
His
now
dad's moving forward.
everything can all fold up, and then you got to pick it up. So
It's very heavy for swooshing.
it's not a very swooshy ship. And it's got
Yeah,
these
it's
little
cool.
landing feet, which
Yeah.
kind of move a little bit. It's kind
Yeah.
of cute that they move a little bit. You got your little pew pew
Well,
pew.
it is a drop ship, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's
not
not.
a swoosh ship.
It's not. No, it's not.
Even
Not the
these-
mothership.
That means you get to drop it, doesn't it?
Okay,
That's very cool.
Yeah. drop test.
Drop test.
So I can land. Swivel him that way and it goes whoosh.
Nice.
About as whoosh as a brick can go.
Yes, as bush as a brick can go. Yes.
So
once it's
it is a nice
space, it
looking
don't
set.
matter.
In
I
space, you don't need it.
When they first released that, I thought it was nice. Then. So yeah, it is a nice looking set.
Yeah, and I'm quite happy with like the shape and everything. Like it's like after seeing the movie and seeing the differences between the boy and girl builds, and bringing up the gender thing again. Sorry, it was interesting that all of what's the boy's name?
I have no idea.
Can't remember now. It's been a little while since we watched it now. That the older boys like builds were all very angular and straighter edges and study bits and more mature in the style, and the younger girls' builds were very smooth and pretty and doll-like and glittery and rounder shapes. It's quite a nice sort of contrast between the two, and the color palettes too. You got the dark blues and the desert of Apocalypseburg, and all the really drab colors, because she's taken all the pretty colors. So yeah.
So my theory was true, that she took all the pretty colors.
Well, that's my understanding of it from watching it. Like I've sort of watched it back in dribs and drabs. I've watched it again. I really need to sit down and like watch it like properly, because I was just watching it for certain parts of it because I was wanting to hopefully pick up some inspiration. One thing I was wanting, the only reason why I probably would want the dropship is because I want to possibly recreate the scene that is like, it's a tiny flash in the pan for the whole movie where he goes back in time and gets his velociraptors. That was pretty cool. Oh, hello, Bricktober. Yes, we have finished building it, and we quite like this, eh? Not a fan of the price point, but cool dinosaurs,
Yeah.
cool ship.
My only quirk is just needs
The
that little
only
something just to
downside is
finish it
this
off.
little section here feels a bit unfinished.
Yeah. It's very open.
I think only because it's so open in the top and it's supposed to be a spaceship.
Well, even if it was just something that
Oh, Finn is the kid's name. Thank you. I was trying to think of it. I'm like going, I should know it. I should know it. Yeah. Finn is the kid's name, and I can't remember the girl's name. I should have looked it up before we did this, but we had planned on building a Mustang, and then we got this. So I was like, let's build the Lego Movie 2 thing.
everyone voted for the thing, but
Maybe
so it
next
actually
week.
exists.
Yes,
You
yes.
get to hold
not
off your
next week,
disappointment of
actually
not
bought
having
it.
straight prints.
Well, Bills wants to do a build off with you next week with that.
Yeah, Bill
Yes.
wants to
Yeah.
do a co-build with me.
that wants to do a head-to-head, you're going to get
Speed
smashed.
Speed build for a
Best
Mustang.
to do it next week because
Maybe the week after. We'll
you
see.
got early start next week.
Yes. But I suppose
If we did it, it'd be end up being a two-parter.
yeah, it'll be a two-parter anyway. But yes, we do like this. Yeah, this is a bit weird, but I guess that's normal for a kid's sort of build, and this was supposed to have been built by a kid, so we'll
Maybe
stop
if it
being
was
so
just something that
judgy.
Connected, like how this bit just connects on.
Yeah, an
It just
extra
clips
little
on-
something that clipped over the top.
Yeah.
But then you've got the dinosaur.
Yeah, but then you pull that off, pulling out. And I think that's still pretty easy for us.
You mean something to put there when the dinosaur's not there?
Just to close it all off.
Instead of that locking mechanism that comes down on top of the dinosaur, just a big windshield.
Yeah, just a continuation of this over here.
Yeah,
That
maybe.
just separates off.
Get the
Held
window,
on by, you know how
get
the
the window off the party bus and put on it.
Oh, yeah, I see
Like
what
that.
you're saying.
Get the
But
window
then
off
that
the
would give
party
it a
bus.
different shape too. I quite like the shape how it has like the cockpit up here. But yeah,
Get the window off the
just got
party
to
bus.
remember is that this is a design that a kid has made, so it's not going to be perfect. But you know, it looks really cool. Looks really
Well,
cool.
we can buy a second one, part it out, and use those parts to fill the gap.
Yeah, I suppose.
Or just get the
You can
window.
always do that much. You can build a modification to it.
Just get the windshield off the party bus.
No, it's purple.
Wrong
colour.
color.
Yeah, purple.
So okay,
Really?
just to show you the
It's got
juxtaposition,
a lime green splash on the side of it. Wrong colour. Really?
right?
Yeah.
This- Yeah, it doesn't work. The
It's a
wrong
bit too
color
big.
for a start.
And the
So,
top, one, and
yeah.
the top one, the one up the top wouldn't work either. Then
No, that
So
one's
you
even
can
smaller.
see, yeah. So you can see like
that
the
one's wrong.
juxtaposition of the different color palettes. They're like night and day, basically.
Mm.
I knew it was a different colour. I just for giggles.
Oh, you thought maybe the piece would work? No, it's not quite the
No.
right shape.
No,
Maybe the
think
piece
it's-
is for a
That's
one,
too
the
curved.
nuclear one, because that's the medium.
Like
type.
I was saying, the friends sort of feel girly, sleek lines of this versus all the very harsh, very angular, very muscle car type feel of the Finn's build. Very
Well,
very
even if
different
this back
styles.
part here was just something that was built off this and just leave it up and then back down.
You're just a perfectionist. That's your problem.
To me,
It's a kid's toy. It's a kid's toy. It doesn't have to be perfect. So, but it needs to be this. I'm sorry.
yeah, but
And-
Finn's a T-fold, not a kid.
Yeah, true.
He's a
But he's
teenager.
only just a T-fold. I think he's supposed to be like 13. And then we got the plants, the plantimals.
Who makes the planimals in the movie?
And it's interesting how these have the blue from
I'm
Finn's
guessing
palette is a part of this particular, like, it's like she's trying to build to lure him or something. It's like, see, I can build with boy colors too. Come play with me.
yeah, it does seem like very
There's
boy
the-
colours, girl colours.
And like it or not, it's the way the society is, you know, and girls do like, you know, some girls do like pastels and pinks and stuff. So, yeah, nothing wrong with catering to them. But I'll always love my party bus phone. Hello, are you there?
I know. My phone's ringing in the garage.
Oh, it's funny. I showed somebody the other day and they're like, oh my God, you're mental. It's all Douglas's fault. He made me buy the party bus. And then he showed me the phone. And
It was me that did it.
Philip that showed us.
Yeah,
It was actually me that made it.
Philip,
Me that used it as a phone.
Yeah, he showed us.
Oh no, Philip showed me the phone. It's Philip's fault that we
Yeah.
started bringing each other.
You've been saying Douglas for the last 3 months. I just left it alone. I couldn't be bothered.
Yeah, Phil
It's
figured out the
Douglas'
phone.
fault for making us buy
It's
it.
Douglas's fault for making us buy it. It's your
Yeah.
fault that we now use it as a phone. That's right. It was when you came to visit.
Because I was turning the the stage inside, and I said it was like an old phone dial.
Yeah.
You've been giving, you've been giving Douglas the credit for that for the last 3 months. I just thought, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you should have corrected me. I'm usually good at remembering stuff like that.
That's
Oh
all
my
good.
goodness, Dan is fanboying in the live chat. It's like, it's Bricktober. Yeah, it's a rare day that you see a Bricktober in the live chat. It's I think it's around Philly Brickfest time too. So people are having time off from work. And we are getting a bit later in the night, so it is getting morning there.
Yeah, I just noticed that. It's
They do.
And Briggs, are you too famous? You're more famous than me, mate.
I've got to go and get my
Freaking
wife
out
to
how-
work in
how
10
long
minutes.
can we-
So,
Sorry, what was that?
It freaks me out how long some of these people have got to drive to get there.
Oh yeah, like if I had to drive that far to
Their road
anything, I'd
trips,
be
mate, look, our road
flying.
trips look short.
Yeah, I know.
It's not so much how far they've got to drive; it's the fact of how many cities they've got to drive through and stuff to get there.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
It's like,
But most of them think nothing of, oh yeah, I'm going to pop over to the next city 4 hours away just
Yeah,
to buy something and then drive 4 hours back.
that's craziness.
Yeah.
Bricks are saying it's pretty late. I thought, yeah, it's 11 o'clock here. I don't know what time it is in your part of the world.
speaking of that, I've got to go and get my wife from work in 10 minutes, so I'm out, guys.
Okay,
All
well, we're not far off
Yeah.
wrapping up anyway. I'm only still awake this long because I napped. And chocolate. And chocolate. And chocolate.
managed to stay away from my link balls for a bit.
It's 9 a.m. where Bricktober is. Oh, that's a reasonable hour to be awake. That's a very reasonable hour to be awake.
That's right.
Dan says it's 1 a.m. for him. Yes, he's in the future. Dan's in the future. At least he's not in the future plus pretend time.
Well, he's
Anyway.
going in tomorrow.
See you, Dark Side.
Yeah, yeah, Dan's in tomorrow.
Yeah, he's in the future.
Yeah, he's already in tomorrow. Yes. Anyway, on that note, we should probably wrap up anyway. Oh, Pixar says he's supposed to be working. Well, I'm glad that you tuned into us. I know that you listen to us quite often.
Is he still playing basketball?
While we're still live.
That's a big
Yeah,
question.
it's nice to see you pop in and say hi in the live chat. One of these days, I'm going to get you on here.
The
hey,
stars will align.
the stars will align, the planets will align, and we'll be able to get a Brickstar on a live stream. I think I got him at Philly Brickfest last year for like the briefest of moments.
Iceberg was doing a quick run around.
Yeah, that was cool. Okay, so on that note, we'll wrap everything up. I want to say thank you to everyone who's joined us in the live chat. It's been a great night. It's been a great build. He's enjoyed it. You've enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was quite interesting.
And we've had some very lively discussions. I want to say thank you to Bilza, who was here earlier, and of course Darkside, who just left us, and Douglas for filling in the gaps because you're awesome.
That's all right.
I know that you can't necessarily be here right at the very beginning because, work.
Back into real time.
Back into real time, yes. Back into real time.
Yes. The beauty of non-daylight savings time.
Yeah, pretend time. Hey, for everyone else, have a good night. I will see you Friday. I will not be on the road for once. I'll be at home. And hopefully I'll have some more videos from Lego shows for you in the coming couple of weeks. So on that note, good night. Have a good one. And keep on building, guys. See ya.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.